Let me see. Da, da, da. Now that's if I use it. Part close. As a magic action. What is a magic action?
Sure. What were you
It
looking
says
at specifically?
no. It says it does say one action, so it is an action. Okay. It says as a magic action. My hand of healing.
Oh yeah, yeah, it'd be an action, but it would just be like you casting something like a spell, like you would be using
Yeah.
magic.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. I can expend one focus. But the flurry of blows. Okay, but I already used my bonus action, so I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so as I'm running by, I use hand of healing to just kind of like put my hand out, touch Marina to heal her.
Okay.
It says a magic action. You can spend one focus point to touch a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4. So I would like to do that.
Now yeah, roll the healing. So that's 2. Oh,
8 HP.
when using flurry.
Now, when using flurry, I can replace one of my when when using flurry
Oh,
of
I see what you're saying.
blows,
I
you
see what you're
can
saying. It
substitute
is,
one
yeah,
unarmed
it's
strike with a
allowed.
heal.
Okay, I hear what you're
Yeah,
saying. I hear what you're saying.
yeah. So I
Yeah, that's
could
fine.
smack somebody upside the head and smack
Right, right,
somebody else upside the head and heal them.
right.
That's why I was looking at the because I was like, well, could I attack? And no, it's like nope. I already used my bonus action I need for the flurry. But yeah, that's why I chose this class.
Fabulous. Hmm.
Because being a tank that can also heal while putting down the smackdown is great.
That the dodge tanking is amazing.
Yeah. All right, and that ends my turn. I'm facing the shade there.
You healed her for 8?
8. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I believe.
She only took 6 damage though, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
believe that just puts you at max. So we'll leave
There
that
you
at
go.
that.
I'm here, friend.
Well, thanks, Tal.
And then that's your turn, right?
Yep.
Fabulous. Then that brings it to Nell.
So, Nell takes a look around and kind of sees what's going on. And Ma
Bless
starts
you.
to take a step like he's going to come up this cliff. And so she whistles out free action. She yells, "No, hunt!" And you can tell he totally whips around. Takes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get on the other side. So he gets flanking on the Minotaur and goes back
Mm-hmm.
to fight the Minotaur. He's going to take a bite at him. And Nell's other free action is to yell, "Everyone remember the mission."
1,
And
2,
then
3.
I'm going to have Ma take that
Okay.
attack roll. Let me see what his plus is. Plus. I don't see what his damage plus is, so I'm just going to roll it as 1d20. Oh, wait, there it is. Sorry, plus 7. So 15 to hit for Ma.
I don't think I took your 7.
That hits.
So
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and roll damage.
Do you like
1d8 plus 6.
do you like
Do I like what, baby?
Do you like pizza?
Yes, I like pizza, but we're not eating pizza right now.
Do you? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I got
All
that
right,
song.
so
Do you like?
sorry guys, one sec.
Oh man, I thought that was a D20 right now, but that's the dice. Yeah, okay. Apparently, yeah, 13. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it already
Highly
looks
motivated to
a
follow commands.
mess.
Right?
Weapon?
He's highly motivated to follow commands.
Right. Yeah, I believe that's yours. Dang. All right. That is gonna be that. Do you have a is commanding him a bonus?
No, I just thought it was cool.
Okay, yeah. I believe you do still have a bonus now, because that was your action. Or
That was
just him?
that was Ma's action. I still have Nell's action to take.
Oh yeah,
um,
okay, yeah, obvious.
So she's actually going to take. I'm going to say it's going to be a movement, but I'm gonna say that it looks cool. She's going to do like one of those roll and move
My goodness.
things, so that she can get here. I know there's a rock there. I kind of imagined her jumping on it, so I'll take the opportunity attack probably against that guy. And then I'm going to try and fire at the Minotaur.
$18 hit.
Oof, let me look. Yeah, that beats me.
So that's 8 necrotic.
What the frogs?
And you suffer 3 points of strength damage. So it's a permanent penalty.
I see this happen and I'm like, huh, I know how to do that.
Not being in it. This is a
Unfortunately, I don't know
terrifying
how to heal
enemy.
it yet.
Can I
Manic,
still
you
make my
never
shot?
shared chat.
Or
What?
You never shared
I know that I
chat.
got hit, but can I still make my shot or no?
Yes. Just make sure
Okay.
your any rolls
Nothing is
have the
dependent on strength,
appropriate
thank
new
God. But
modifier. Yeah, that's what I said. Just make sure any of those rolls have your new modifier now.
So Manic,
Oh,
Mm.
hit that button for the shared chat. There's a toggle. I
Oh,
guess
my bad.
Full just mentioned it.
Thank you. My bad.
oh, also, so sorry. I'm
Oh,
going to
sh-
use my bonus action before I shoot. Is that possible? Because I haven't rolled it yet.
The which one?
Can I use my bonus action Hunter's Mark before I shoot?
Yes, because that one I believe is you have to do
Fantastic.
that first.
It's an additional 1d6, I believe.
You always have others can cancel expense. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my attack. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I forgot my
That was
plus
at
10.
who?
Yeah, so that would be 16. Sorry.
Plus who? Or against who, rather?
The Minotaur, and it's actually 16 because it's 1d20 plus 10.
Right. Yeah, that hits. You guys actually all have advantage against it, but you've all rolled high enough to hit. So because it reckless attacked Holt. And that is
And
6
then
points
I'm going to roll
of
that
damage.
additional bonus 1d6.
Oh, sneak. Oh, no,
No,
you don't get sneak.
the bonus attack, the hunter's mark.
Oh, right. Yes. So 11
And then
total.
that's going to be my turn. Yeah, 11 total. I'm really not. That natural 1 on that damage sucks. I must be really feeling that necrotic damage.
11. Okay, so this thing is not looking very good at all. But that will actually bring it to the Minotaur and friends. One is gonna swing again on. Well, I guess one isn't what I should say. What I should say is that one is gonna swing again on Marina. I said it was 4. $20 to hit. What's your AC again, though?
Wonderful question.
I believe it's 12. I think yours is pretty low. Oh shit!
I'm not sure, if I'm completely honest.
Looks like armor class 11.
Ah,
Dang. Okay, you really should not be getting attacked. But that's going to be 11 points of necrotic damage. And 3 points strength damage.
okay.
And that is another one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. 1, 2 is gonna. He's gonna float back. And he's gonna roll. And he's gonna miss. Then this one is gonna make his. Oh, and that's a hit. Okay. That's another 11 points of necrotic damage.
I would like to use my channel divinity, if that's all right. It's a reaction.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait. She attacked. It dropped Sanctuary. That's right. Oh, man. I
Mhm.
totally almost forgot about that. But you want channel divinity, you said?
Yep. So it,
Yeah, go ahead.
immediately after the attacker deals damage, I can use my reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom savings throw. So it has to make a wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw. And beat a 12.
Wisdom flat 20 is a natural 1.
Okay. On failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt, or half on a 6.
That's
Oh my god.
so
Okay,
good.
so as soon soon as it touches and you are you pointing at it or what are you doing?
The shadow explodes into light.
Yeah, I kind of like raise my hand and point to it as it attacks.
So as that hand like comes down on her and yours fires up at it, it does exactly what Fighter said. It explodes into light, which is actually going to cause the other two to get hurt as well. They're only going to take some points of damage.
So like that
this
should be a 1 for his
one-
saving throw to avoid damage, right? Not the actual damage you do.
What? What?
I mean,
No,
like,
they
crit
rolled a
ones has to
1.
mean something.
Yeah.
You said
Nothing.
You
I was
said
I was
the-
being silly. I'm sorry. I was joking that was a saving throw, so he should take double damage too. I was just being difficult.
Oh.
I saw.
At least you admit it. So that one just totally explodes. And the other two, you see them sort of recoil in, like away from that just that firework of light. Rough. This last one here is actually going to advance on Nell. And do the same thing against her. 14 to hit.
Nope, that's gonna miss.
Okay, so that's another one of them dodges, and the bull it's gonna unhook itself from yeah, it's gonna unhook itself from Holt, right? Sort of angle its head so it comes off, and it hurts like the dickens. But we're gonna have him come down with the 1. But he's gonna bring his fit right kind of 2-hand fist smash
Stomach bed.
on.
Breathing. Hey, no, still in the fit, honey.
Wait.
You're gonna get it as soon as you're done with those medicine. I need you to take your medicine first, or else it will.
Yeah, it's going on. Plus 4. Ooh, 13 to hit.
That misses.
It's gonna reckless again. So remember, you all have advantage against it. 21.
That hits.
Okay. Plus. Oh, actually, there you go. Okay, so you will take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But that will actually bring it to the top of the initiative with you.
Yes.
Okay. As he unhooks himself, Holt kind of grabs his chest where the wound is, and then he balls his fist, and it's covered in blood. He's gonna take a swing at it.
Go for it.
You said we get advantage.
Yeah. He reckless attack, so he got advantage to hit, but every attack against him has advantage.
Okay. That's a 18 for the first one.
Yeah. Do it again just to see if you.
Okay, 22 for the
It's
second.
definitely a hit. Definitely a hit.
Okay. So that will be 4 base damage, and as I'm kind of swinging my fist down, you'll actually see his fist start to like kind of light up as I use Divine Smite, my bonus action, for an extra 2d8 damage.
Okay.
And then if it's a fiend or undead, it's another 1d8, but for an extra
No.
8 damage, so 13 total.
13 points of damage total.
And that's, I don't know if it matters, but that's 8 radiant damage and then 5 bludgeoning, I believe. Or 4 bludgeoning, sorry. So 12.
Yeah, that will definitely be enough. What does it look like? How's the whole scene play out?
Yeah, Holt begins to swing his fist down as it almost looks as if the blood is lighting up as he divine smites and tries to hit it straight. I don't know if it's still bent down towards me. If so, he's gonna try and swing it ahead. If not, he'll just kind of like punch what he can reach.
Okay. Yeah, I will go so far as to say like it coming down on you, right? Got it close enough that even though you've already been run through, even though you've already kind of got like you took that initial clobbering time, there was a legitimate like counter to it, and you hit it like that right in the chin. You rang its bell straight because of the radiant. There is this, so there's like this cause effect kind of thing to it, right? Every time a bright light is shown, there's always a big shadow that's cast,
Mm-hmm.
So when you hit, right, when you strike, and that like your very blood seems to sort of glow and it lights up, it almost like envelops, right? The light almost envelops it, but then very quickly, especially you being right there, you watch as the hooves that are like on the ground end up sort of being almost, it almost looks like the shadow that it's casting is running up its legs, and then it sort of swallows the light. These 3 shadows that are left disappear. The Minotaur, well, I will say the Minotaur is big and black, right? It turns into basically a big shadow Minotaur. Those 3 sort of wrap up. It makes one, right? Like those 3 that get wrapped up, it all sort of swirls together and it advances on Marina, and it makes one last attack. And what's everyone's passive? No, everybody give me perception with advantage.
10.
Your perception is amazing.
Perception. So actually, an active perception.
It's a 19
Yes,
for me.
perception with advantage.
9 either way.
24. I rolled a
Nat
natural
20.
20.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20. Okay. When everybody rolled high enough.
Do I
Even
notice
you,
any like
Holt.
upside down hearts and crosses on it or something like that?
No. But what I will say is when it advances, right? Like when that shadow form of that Minotaur sort of catches up with the other 3 and they sort of all swirl together into one big shape, you can immediately see that it is not the shape of a Minotaur, and you audibly hear a like everybody can hear this rattly, like tinny kind of, it's almost like a laugh. And as the hand reaches out, Oh my god, that's outrageous. I'm not doing that. As the hand reaches out, we'll do that though.
Yes.
It's going to be a 15, which does. And it says, Chaos consume you. Ooh. And you take 2 more strength points of damage.
Okay.
It doesn't even do like actual physical damage to you. It just reaches out to sap your strength. And it too is gone. And you all survive this combat.
Cool.
Shh. Stop talking. Just play the music. Thank you. Okay. All right, and as you stand in the aftermath, I believe that actually leaves you at 1 strength point, Marina.
I have 2.
You had 6 and you took 3 points of damage.
Pieces. And then
I don't know. I've been following along. I have 2.
Now you're gonna make me check. Yeah.
We're gonna fight.
So there was 1d4, right, which was a 3.
Yep.
One of them was Owl's. And the other one was
that's
Yep.
the corner piece.
right there. The second one they missed. But yeah. So you took 3 points initially, and then this last round of 2. So you took 5 at that tail end of the combat.
I like my math.
I know you do. That's not what happened.
So you
like,
can't.
you
You
are,
basically can't even stand right now.
well, yeah. She's. You can tell she's sweating heavily. Her breathing is labored. Like she looks horribly winded after dealing with those shadows. Even Nell looks a little shaken, but they were gunning for Marina.
Let's see. Did I do a medicine check to determine just what is needed to bring her back? If it's just rest or if she needs anything else.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's a 23.
With a 23 medicine check, you can tell that whatever it was that they were doing, they were pulling literal life force from her. So the only way to essentially reconstitute that would be to somehow reinstate that life force back into her. It is not simply and you could tell she's gotten scratched up a few of these times. Like she took 22 points of damage after you healed her. So even after being healed, she got beat pretty hard. I think so much so that you're bloodied. Because I think you're down to below half your health. So she looks really bad. And those scratches, those can be healed. Like that obviously can be, but she looks almost as if she has become physically unfit to like carry herself the way that she once did. You know what I mean? I will say, give me a religion check.
All of us or just me?
You.
Okay.
You because you did the medicine check.
Yeah. Let's see. Boom. I wisdom, I believe, or is it int?
5. 5.
Religion, int, +2.
4 plus
Okay.
1 is 2. 4.
I got a 5.
Okay. On a 5, I will say the idea that the life force that needs to be reinstated into her, it does seem like a tall order, but it doesn't exactly seem like impossible. But it would take something very specific.
What is 10?
Okay. I'd like to pick her up and say, let's get inside.
10. Give me another 5.
That's
Okay.
all right.
Do you let him pick you up?
Sure.
Like she'd be able to struggle
Okay.
against me to. She doesn't have the strength to move her arms or legs right now.
She could try.
She could try. But I'm picking her up and taking her inside.
But okay. So you do your fun little knock and it roars back up, and you file back inside.
Nell waits to be the last in with Ma. She kind of looks both ways, so to speak. And before she comes in, she kind of looks up and almost like she's waiting for something. But she can tell that Ma's getting impatient. He's whining. He wants to go check on Marina. So she climbs in last.
What if we...
All right. The door comes, back down to her rest. That you guys make your way down that ramp.
This is true.
The sconces are their magical flame. As you come down into the first, there is a knees weak mom spaghetti. There is like an infirmary, right? Because that top part is mostly
Just
like animals, like livestock, things like that. But there is, it's essentially a veterinarian, but in a pinch, they're fine. And there is a doctor, it's sort of, it's a triage situation, if you will. So if you want, you can take her there, or you can take her to wherever you need to rest, or however you want to do.
Yes.
I was going to take her to rest.
Okay. So you just take her to her.
Yeah.
Her tent.
To her
setup?
cot,
Okay.
tent setup. Yeah.
So that's that would be, you take her all the way down to that third ring, so just above that tradesman quarters blacksmith area. You find your spot, you lay her down. Is there anything that you want to say or do, Marina?
No, I don't know anymore. I'm just letting it play out.
Well, it's not like you can't talk, right?
You're not dead.
And it's not like you can't, it's not like you can't move. You feel like you've climbed 8 mountains. You know what I mean?
No, I just
Like
go
Goku, and he hasn't had any food.
Right.
That's not fair. I was hungry. Speaking of which, I'm going to cook some food nearby.
Actually, we can take a break if you want to do that. Do we want to break for like 20? Or
Well, you meant Chow is cooking, right?
Yeah, no, I meant Chow. Chow is
cooking food.
Gonna set up cooking.
Oh, okay,
but
fabulous.
Near Marina. I don't have anything I have to do. Swap tonight.
Okay.
So that I could do that.
Then,
yeah,
fabulous. Then then is there you guys have any conversation? Anything you want to work on? Any things you're looking for?
Wait, am I allowed the wild shapes though?
Yeah.
I will do that.
So
I won't become
into something small.
I'll just become just kind of a gentle house cat, and then I'm going to just climb into Chow's lap.
So is Holt going to get checked up with those battle wounds?
Yeah, Holt's gonna stop by the infirmary. I think he's got
Oh
a
yeah.
giant hole in his chest.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could have. I could have
Oh,
smacked him
yeah.
upside. I could have smacked him upside the head and healed him for that.
Uh,
Give him a pat on the
My
back.
my food heals as well.
I may as well
Um,
stop
So,
at the
and
infirmary.
that's what I'm
I mean,
making.
he's
Is
got healing, but
I'm making healing food.
uh, Holt kind of took one for the team. It was one hell of a hit, dude. I can't. No, that didn't even bring you anywhere near
6
half your
per
health.
short
You're
breath,
amazing.
which is great.
Okay.
I love this chef skill.
So I will say this is going to be a long rest. So all of expended spell slots, you can recover. You can
Oh,
recover
definitely
all
do
your
that.
expended spell slots, all your key points, all that. You can fully heal, right? Max health. You won't recover your ability score penalties. Those unfortunately are permanent, unless otherwise alleviated. But you can essentially recover entirely. Is there anything anyone wants to do? Is there conversation that you want to be had?
Yes. Nell is going to retrieve some sinew and a needle, and she's going to stitch her wounds up from the shadow. Are there any physical wounds, or is it just like she took damage
Yeah.
from
So
some
you got like scratched. Yeah, I mean, like there's some pretty significant claw marks there.
Okay. She's going to stitch that up. She prefers to stitch herself up. And she's going to try and find where everybody's congregated. Are they like mostly in the same area? I know we've said that Marina
I
is with
believe
Chow.
I believe Holt is still on that very top floor, right? You know. Oh, you want to go to the infirmary or the triage? Because there's a legitimate like doctor that you can go visit if you want to go to that guy.
whoever
Depends on
can.
how dire you believe your damage is there.
I think
If you think it's pretty
I think I just
significant, then
stop
yeah,
at
the triage.
I think I'd probably just stop at the infirmary and have him
Okay,
check it
okay,
out. But once they, bandage me up, he'd go back to his tent.
Fist but a flesh
okay.
wound.
Then yeah. So you guys can essentially all be on that tent floor, if you will. You know, the room and board floor.
Nell is going to have a seat on either a barrel or a crate or something nearby where everybody's at, because her area is kind of off to one side, and start
Yeah.
stitching herself up. Ma is going to look very concernedly and very doggedly at cat-shaped Marina, and then he's going to settle himself over by where Holt is. And he's going to try and be right at his feet, like almost inconvenient level of "I love you and you're hurt" type of deal, which is possibly
So
silly
rest
because
your
he does
feet on
have a
me.
size. Yeah, underfoot is like understatement. Yes, I know you want princesses. And then she's going to look them over one by one, and she's going to very calmly say, "The mission, the mission was the Minotaurs, not the shadow, not anything else. The Minotaur. We need to figure out some sort of way of breaking off into strike teams, but when there is a mission." And she's kind of tired. She's rubbing her chest. She looks a little bit like just done with the day, you know. Um, the mission always needs to come first. Clear?
Aye.
Holt's Holt's looking. He's gonna reach down and try and pet the dog. But he's not gonna respond to the question because he doesn't necessarily agree with that statement. So he's just gonna stay quiet.
Yeah, Cat Marina kind of just like raises up and like my tail's whipping. But I just like lay back down by Chow.
Um,
She kind of shakes her head. It's not like exactly in disgust. It's more like exhaustion, kind of like, when somebody's not really paying attention to you and you feel like they ought to. And she just kind of turns, pulls the sinew taut, cuts it with her teeth, and starts over to where her little nook area is.
Yeah. You want me to just-
Is she?
uh,
I think Holt before she
Okay, keep
kind of
quiet.
starts walking away.
Yeah.
He'll just say, "Did you know about these shadows?"
She will turn and she'll kind of look him up and down. And it's almost this level of begrudging respect for how well he's handling himself with, being gored in the chest. Um, I wasn't expecting them here. I've not really actually, Manic, would she have seen them in person or would she just have heard stories or
She would have only heard of like people seeing shadows in the night. You know what I mean? Like
okay. All right.
give me a an insight roll with advantage. For a reference for me.
Okay, let me try that advantage again. So much better. Let me go ahead and get my insight. I put points in that, so plus 7, so 15.
Okay, yeah. That connection can definitely be made with that. You know what I mean? The idea that the shadows that people are seeing out there, the idea that nobody wants to travel at night because the horror stories that the survivors have told, that this must be exactly what they were talking about. It's not that it was monsters that they couldn't make out in the dark. It was that these people must have been attacked by their own shadows, and some of them did not make it out because they were, I mean, essentially they did what happened to Marina. I mean, they weren't even strong enough to cry out, to run, to whatever. You know what I mean? So the survivors thought, they must have thought that it was monsters in the night.
I
Okay.
do have a response. I was just thinking.
I think she's still answering back from Holt.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay if he wants to cut in.
Oh,
Well, because it's like sometimes duty calls us down difficult paths.
love that.
But remember, a mission without those you care for is a hollow victory. True strength is found in balance. Follow your path, yes, but never forget those who walk with you. And then I sip my tea.
Do me a favor. Roll persuasion.
Sure. Boop. Persuasion. It's a +0, so it's just it's just a regular 20. It's a 6.
It's just a 6. Okay. Okay. Was there something else that you wanted to say before walking off now?
Yeah, so she
Didn't expect them
actually
here.
to tell them, about because he asked about the shadows. She almost looks unkind for a minute. She almost looks not necessarily cruel, but almost vindictive as she leans a little bit forward. She almost looks unsteady on her feet. And it's not entirely because of the strength drain. It just kind of seems to be a deliberate off balance, leaning in like you're going to tell somebody a secret that's not particularly, you know, um, Did I know about the shadows? Did I know that they would attack us? No, not necessarily. But your nightmares have a way of finding you.
No. I'm gonna try with
There are stories
your
about
face.
people driven absolutely mad on the way between here and there.
There.
The fact that you cannot
There's
yet
your
encounter them
face.
is a blessing.
See
And
what
if
I'm
you follow a god, you might as well thank him for it. That you're here to complain about scratches and bruises. And if you don't follow a god, maybe you're better off. Maybe you're better off for not doing so. One thing I will tell you is I will never withhold information from my team.
Okay.
That they can trust me completely. I just need to know that I can trust them, that when I give an order,
There it is.
it'll be
It is.
followed. I would lay down my life for any one of you. I will not ask the same, but I will ask that you listen when I call. And she kind of straightens up, pushes her braid over her shoulder, and she looks at Ma. And it's more like she's talking to Ma than any of them now. And she says, "Not that I can really rely on anybody to listen to me, can I? And she lays her hand on his head and scratches behind his ear, and he gives a big, almost wolfy, like toothy
What?
grin.
No. Let
And
me do that.
she kind of does that head shake again, and she does turn to leave again. And if no one stops her, she will go to her place.
I think Holt will just kind of like, at that point, he was just kind of listening, and as you begin to leave, he'll just look into the fire that Chow was cooking on, and then kind of just be thinking to himself from that point.
Damn it. I wasn't quick enough. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, I think my cat ears just kind of twitch at her words, but then she like kind of slowly stretches and jumps up to beside Holt and lays beside him. She kind of like nuzzles his arm a little.
By the way, I'm making like chicken noodle soup, something really easy to eat. It doesn't take much to chew.
Your passive perception is 10, right? Shift?
Yes.
Okay.
G40.
Do me a favor, roll
Yay.
perception chow.
Or reception. All right. Perception. That's an 8. So my
Okay.
passive perception is 14.
14, yeah. No, only because you two are looking at the fire. Like you're deliberately working with it. You know what I mean? He's sort of staring off into it. You're deliberately looking at it with working your food.
Mhm.
So not exactly enough. But okay.
Even though I told you that
Anybody else?
you start by doing what you need
I don't.
to do.
I think I just kind of waiting to eat, and after I do that, I'm
Okay, your
probably
socks
head to bed.
go on. No, you can do that part.
The food should be ready.
Do that part. Mommy can help
If
you
anybody's
some, make
near me,
yourself
I
more fluff,
offer them a bowl.
right? Look good.
Holt would take a bowl.
It's like broth and really soft vegetables from cooking for as long as they need to become soft.
I just
This
set up
is
and just kind of nod towards the floor, but like I'm not cheap to that.
Oh yeah, I put a bowl in front of Marina.
it's a cat-sized bowl.
Cat-sized
It's
bowl,
perfect.
yeah.
It's got the low rim, so she doesn't have to stick her. Is it one of the ones that gives the temporary, or is this just food?
No, this is the healing one.
Yeah.
Though I can do
So
both,
I
honestly,
just mean it
because it's going to
does
restore
it-
by the time with a long rest, it's going to restore anyways.
right, and that's what I mean.
But yeah,
Is
I
it
might
one
as well
of the
do
ones
that
that
one.
also gives that bonus?
I'll do both.
Or is this just the healing?
Oh, the
Okay.
temporary hit points is a treat.
Oh,
And
that's right.
only
That's right.
2 per long rest.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
What do you want me?
I'd love to be able to do more of those, but I have to level up.
Huh. Is everybody sleeping? I will say,
I'm meditating.
for all intents and purposes, never mind. I'm thinking of someone else. My mistake. Yeah. Okay. So everybody goes to sleep then.
think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I need to.
Wow, it's the same number. Roll insight,
Yeah.
Marina.
Yeah, I could do that. It's been too long since I played. 1 second.
You can either on the D&D Beyond, if you want to click your character sheet.
Oh,
You
I meant
can do that.
my insight is. Do I do the +6 as well?
So insight you would do you roll 1d20 and you would add 6 to whatever number that is that popped up.
24.
Oh shit. Okay.
I see things with my cat eyes.
You definitely have a dream that night.
Okay.
And in that dream,
Which way is it? Doesn't. Watching your Godfather.
you're walking in a forest. The colors are very muted, right? You can tell that it's greens and it's lush, but everything's like it's tinged like purple. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look unnatural. It doesn't look like
No.
it doesn't look like it's a
It's
sickly
my turn
color
to
that's
do
glowing
teeth
from
with you and
something, but
sister
it's a
because I
it's
gave you
purple.
cookies.
There's a purple tinge to
It is
everything.
mommy's turn to do story.
So as you walk
Yes.
through, right? As you walk through, and these
No, it is
leaves
not.
are lush.
I did stories last night on my
In
night.
almost
I do not have to do it
a
every night.
middle step.
That is not fair to me. My voice hurts. I've been sick. I
Like
pushed through
as
it last
you
night.
shift your weight from one foot and swing the other one forward, you can literally watch as these leaves,
Too bad. I'm sorry.
like the colors
Come
fade,
on, Bella, we're going to do teeth.
wither, and fall. In this forest that you
Savannah,
are walking
I will make
in,
put your
all
cameras
at
on like you are, baby,
once,
and I will throw you in your bed. You do not knock
is
it off right
just
now.
barren,
Mommy is here to help you.
and the
as
leaves
Mommy is
that
leaving at night,
fell
because God has switched
are
it,
already
Mommy.
gone.
You will be respectful.
And
Okay.
it's as
to
if
Mommy.
this is like a petrified forest now. The trunks
Or I will
still
treat you like a
stand.
baby and you will be miserable.
They're
I'm
still
gonna
thick.
get
They're
closer to your
still,
mom.
they still look sturdy, but you can tell
I
that
don't care. That's how
they're
she tells me
virtually dead. You know?
Mhm.
Damn it, son. I'm not gonna be.
Is there anything you want to try or do?
I'm not gonna be that if I do that.
Don't have to, just checking.
I know what it is.
Can I take a
I don't
just
wanna
take a look
get
around for
myself
maybe a car
feel like
or
this.
anything like that?
For a cause?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll perception.
Yeah, could that also be like nature if it's nature?
Do it. Savannah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Reach down.
Damn it, me. Don't worry about it. You
R
didn't see it.
slash.
I know.
Wrong subreddit.
Wrong subreddit, man. 24. Damn, really? Where's my rolls
So,
then? Okay, never mind.
so when you kind of, as your druid, right? As that, I mean, as you are, that druid sense that like where your druid crafting comes from, there is a pain that comes from that.
I've had with this dump.
There's a pain that comes from
Food.
that.
We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are
And
falling off.
it's like being pulled from family. You know what I mean?
I sure do.
Akin to the idea that you feel like Henry was taken from you.
One of those are mine. Keep in mind.
Right.
Huh.
That's what
I
that
think one of the
pain
cards was mine.
feels like. It's almost like a
No, those were
strong
mine.
longing.
Well,
And for you, it's
I
almost
lost
like a
20
longing
coins.
for something that
we
you
all
don't
lost some money.
No, that was Legda.
quite know.
We both lost some
about,
money.
You don't know of, or
We both.
particularly familiar with, but Henry's the closest thing that you can think of. Like that's exactly what that would feel like. And this forest is dead. It seems as though mid-step, eons passed. Like 1 minute it was 2000, and the next minute it was 20,1999. And it does, again, it looks like these trees were petrified in an instant, which is why the leaves died off as quickly as they did, but the trunks just stood.
I kind of go to one of the tree trunks and I place my hand on it for just like sinking down and like resting against it. I kind of just let that feeling of almost missing home wash over me. Just allowing myself to feel all the emotions that I repressed when I was younger, which is kind of that feeling of not quite belonging and sadness and feeling lost. And I just sit there for a moment and stare at all the decay.
Why are you so angry? You hear a voice say from behind you.
Because it's a heck of a lot better than being sad. I kind of like look over my shoulder finally after a pause.
Well, who stands before you
Oh, okay.
is a very tall. She's probably like 8 feet, very slender, and she has like very vibrant peach, a very vibrant peach complexion. Her hair is like strawberry blonde, but it's streaks of red and blonde. Not exactly like a bright, gold yellowish color. So there is that in there, but it's almost as if she has natural highlights of red and blonde. And she looks down on you with a very loving, like very warm and gaze. She looks at you as though she knows who you are, right? She looks at you with a level of familiarity.
Okay.
She says, there is great strength in one who endures woe.
Mhm. You know, you'll have to tell me that because I have yet to find that. And can I do like a religion check on her?
Yep.
And then $11.
You want to know who it is? Is that where if you're familiar with who she is?
I don't know who this is. I feel like
Um,
Maria would too, but
I will say with an 11, she radiates love.
oh. As Marina hasn't quite looked at her face still, and I make myself meet her eyes. And I look at her and I ask, how is it that you can exist in a place like this?
I made this place
Why?
as a gift.
Okay, for who?
My father.
Hmm.
Enough about me. Allow us to talk about you. Are
What
you
do you want to?
okay?
With with that question, Marina's eyes just like fill with tears, and she looks at her and just goes, "I don't think anyone has ever asked that, or at least not a long time."
I know.
And I stop and I think about it. And I look at her and I just really think and I say, I have lost so much more than I have gained. And I wonder if I ever will gain anything from this.
What is it you seek?
Freedom for all of us. I Why is it that everyone is so determined to play out a role? Because it fits so neatly in what everybody expects. Just for at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. I want freedom. I want what I do to matter. I want to
What
be able
makes
to
you think it
feel.
hasn't already?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, can't tell you. It just feels like a cog in a wheel. And maybe I'll rest and I'll stop and the machine will keep going, maybe less efficiently, but it'll never stop.
Interesting. Do all of your kind feel the same way?
No, I would dare say they don't. I think that most are very content where they have found themselves.
Well, you are
I
quite
don't
brave. I must admit that.
what makes you say?
Why, you stood before your very end and survived. There must be something about you.
Do you think there's a life beyond just survival?
Oh, I know there is.
Will we ever see it?
Here? As it stands, I'm afraid I cannot tell you. As it stands, we are trying to keep things from devolving any further than you've seen how they have. You've witnessed firsthand. It's a dangerous game that is being played, yes. And it is horribly unfair of me, or any of us really, to ask you or any of your kind.
Yeah.
To ask what it
Yeah, I
is
would
that
say
we
this.
ask of you.
What is it that
You
you want
must
from me?
understand. You must understand. The intention. The intention was noble. Still is. I understand you have no children. I do. One who is struggling for the very breath, for every breath. There is another that suffered because of me as well. All I can ask is that you forgive me, for this all has started because of my choices. But know that I did not do it to hurt you. I did it out of love for mine own, which I'm sure that you could understand.
Um, I would say Marina's tears begin to fall and she kind of stands and she looks at her and goes, I too have not done things that are moral in the name of love for us.
There's like a sheepish like smile, like the corner of her lip sort of raises, and she shrugs at that, like in agreement, like yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And I kind of shrug and I think maybe in the first time in a while I feel warm inside. That there's an emotion beyond self-preservation and basic survival. And I look at her and I go, I think I wanted to hate all of you. And don't get me wrong, in a lot of ways, I might still.
That is what makes you very brave. Or very reckless.
Hmm. But I forgive you. Because asking for forgiveness from someone like me? Someone who's as Lady Death called me, a cosmic ant.
Well, that's your passive perception? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see her eyes dart just like to the left of your dead on stare. But she meets like it's a moment and then she looks right back at you.
I don't know. You know, I want things to change. I cannot stand to see this cycle, to see everything consistently be destroyed. But if you can see me, then there might be some hope left.
She does look like she wants to say something. It'll be a very visible, like, open her mouth to speak, then sort of stop and reconsider, and then turn back to you and say, I do hope you know. I do hope you know that the suffering that you have endured is truly what has added to your strength, not taken away from it. You she does sort of like stop and she almost like loses herself just looking down and then comes back. I do seem to be missing many a child as it stands. And if you would be willing to help in their search and recovery, I would be very grateful. I understand that that is a lot of an ask, and I too must concede that you are not one of mine. So I cannot make you do anything, and I have no authority over your comings and goings. But I do. And like as soon as about to say, like something else, that voice cuts in. And you see as soon like looks at you and in a very like it's out of my hands, kid. Like in a very yep, like totally conceding, not like hurt, not offended, not anything like that, but it's like a I know, we all know. Like then you and my offer does still stand. You have until the break of dawn at the very least.
That Lady Death.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of glance towards the voice. And I go and I turn to her.
A lot can happen in a moment.
And I go, you're not wrong. And I definitely am not the one. You do not need to hear that from me. You were not wrong in anything you said to me back then. And it embarrasses me quite a bit that I lost my cool. However, and this will make me selfish, and I understand that. But I need to see this through. And maybe I will never be the main character that will change this world. But I need to see it. I need to see this place healed, and I understand that I'm going to feel hopeless. And I'm going to feel pain, and I'm going to run into so many close encounters that I'll make a cat with 9 lives be put to shame. I have to see this through.
Child, you're but a breath away from me. You might not live to see tomorrow.
You're right. But I'm pretty damn stubborn. I'm going to see what I can. And I hope one day you'll find me worthy enough to come back and offer it to me again when all of this is over. But as for right now, I cannot accept it.
You have no idea what you stood before, do you? You have no idea how I almost lost you, do you?
No, but, I'm not entirely sure that's my fault for not knowing, is it?
Oh, child. I will go so far as to admit it was something that needed to be confirmed. But I will ask you a question. What power do you wield?
What power do I wield?
Yes. Your silly little icicles. Your cute little temper tantrums of lightning and thunder. Whose power do you wield?
I am the sea.
And that is a part of...
Nature, I presume, is what the answer you're looking for is?
Very good. She can be taught. You presume too much of your station. It's going to get you nothing but torment. I will offer it again, which I do hope you know is so far beneath me, I ought to simply say, serve me or die. But I will admit, if you do not know, then I will teach you. Now, do you accept my terms? Or will you spit in my face yet again and risk eternal torment for your soul? There's this little, like, there is a lot to consider. And I do understand it is very much quite grand of a scale. But know that it is a fight that we are actively taking steps in. Don't cuddle the thing now. Let it decide its fate on its own. It wishes to be its own being. Let it see what that truly means. If it wishes to risk eternity, you know, even Henry came to me in the end. Still you fight.
I turn and look at her. You know, I tried to be what Henry did, who Henry was. I tried to do what he did. And let me tell you, he fought far longer than I have still. And if
Who
I,
asked? Who asked you to be Henry?
hmm,
You really do make your own messes, don't you?
don't we all?
There's a complete level of whatever, dude. You know, like, yeah. What's your passive? 16 again?
16.
Yeah, there is a from the other one.
You know, you're right. I have created my own messes. We all have created our own messes to become what we thought we should be or what we think we should do.
TikTok, sweetheart. The sun is
TikTok.
rising.
Hmm.
To not
I'm seeing this through.
choose is a decision in itself.
Believe it or not, Lady Dust, I highly respect you. And that's why I say, with much hesitancy, that I must decline. I have to see this through.
There is an audible, like, from love. No, don't pity the poor thing. She wishes to sleep in her own bed. Without knowing at Oh, what lays in wait. Very well. I bid you good morning. And it is the next morning. There is the call, right? Like those there is the you can hear the roosters, right? The chickens, right? The cows, all that stuff from the top floor. And who does anybody have anything they wanted to do the night before for today? Is there anything that that anybody wants to take care of in the morning? Because it would essentially be about 6 a.m.
Chow did not sleep. Chow monitored Marina's health all night.
One more time.
Sorry, I stepped away. I said I did not sleep. Chow did not sleep. He was monitoring Marina.
Okay. Then throughout the night, were you still the cat?
Yeah.
Okay. Throughout the night, there were fits and starts, and I think it only lasts for an hour, right? I think your wild shape lasts for an hour.
Fuck. I actually don't know. Wonderful question.
I think it is an hour.
Oh, 2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Freaking dog. Well, so during the night, right? So you see fits and starts coming from that cat shape, and it does last for longer than the 2 hours. I will say that the fight happened around 10 p.m. ish, and it lasted for at least solid 2 hours. You guys took care of it pretty quick, relatively speaking. And if you weren't really taking too long in your wrap ups for the night, right? Maybe like another hour or two for your after dinner or whatever. So I guess technically for like a solid amount of sleep, we'll say it's 8:30. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock, not 8:30. So not 6, but 8. And probably around that 4 o'clock mark, right? 3 o'clock mark, she would have turned back into a person, like into that human form. But still looking very pallid, still looking very sickly. Freaking dog. Come on then. So loud.
I was basically watching over her like a patient.
Okay. I said her breathing does sort of stabilize. She does end up a little, yeah, I just said not to. She does end up a little more calmer. Like I said, her color is very, very like, it's like green. Like she looks like she might be ill, you know? She would probably be the last one to wake up too. Don't do it, sweet Caroline.
Nella's gonna want to see if there are any priests or priestesses of Ornella, like clerics.
Yeah, there would be one in that bottom. Will you stop? What are you grumbling at me for? Get out of here. There would be one in the like that bottom floor. There's like a little chapel. There would be it would be one like house, and it would serve for essentially time, love, death, all the all the ones that aren't viewed as like negative. But there is the one, and the priest there is learned in the ways of those specific ones.
Okay. Nell wakes up with the dawn usually. So she's going to try and seek one of those out whenever you're done touching base with everybody. Just
Well,
can
you
come
would
back.
be if it's dawn, then unless anybody plans on waking up earlier, like I would say for y'all to really take effect of that full long rest. Yeah, it would have to be 8, but with dawn, I can give you the short rest and you can roll um the hit die thing. Well, no. You're yeah, you would still get the effects. You are that of that company. Um so yeah, 6 o'clock, then like 6:30, right? Sun's up. You would be the first to act that day, unless anybody else planned on waking up with the dawn specifically as well.
I mean, I did say that I stayed awake.
You
I
were
may
up
have
the whole day, yeah. You
meditated,
were up the whole
like
night, but you were watching
I
Marina.
like not resting, but not sleeping.
Sure.
Being, meditating,
Yeah,
being vigilant
I
of
wouldn't penalize you for
Marina, but
that.
not
Fools,
necessarily sleeping.
fools being difficult. You're not you're not overexerting yourself. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Like I said, because you're not like doing anything active, you're really just making sure she's not like
Plus,
suddenly going still or having like that kind of breathing.
yeah. Plus, most of what I would have gained from a long rest, I actually didn't use any in
Basically,
my
get from a
yeah. Like I restore my
yeah. You're
focus
good.
points on battle, and it would be like
You could do it
cooking, if
if you
anything.
expended them and you rolled initiative. Yeah, there's ways. Yeah, no, there's totally
Yeah,
ways of you recovering. So
yeah.
everybody's totally like they sleep long enough. There's enough rest for it.
I didn't exert myself.
Right. So you go and seek out one of the cleric, right, of this place.
Yeah, so Nell would try and find a cleric of Ornella to ask about her condition because she understands the damage um, from a shadow would probably be a death deity. It's the only one she can think of, given the pantheon. But she definitely is not okay with any type of weakness. So she's gonna try and get some type of healing or some type of something done.
You're asking him like what that sounds like, or what?
Oh no, uh, so
Or are you
basically she would
bringing
approach
Marina
them.
to him? Because you would need to bring her to him for him
Why
to
I
do
took it too.
anything for her.
Okay,
What?
but I took it too.
Oh, you want
Nell
to
took
heal
it.
yours? Okay, yeah.
I
I see
want
what
to
you're
see
saying.
what he can do first.
You want to show him your injuries
Yes.
and kind of explain that situation. Fair enough.
And
Okay.
I didn't take nearly as much as she did. I took maybe half as much as
Right.
she did. So
I get what
if
you're
there's
saying.
anything to be done, and if there's any testing to be done, I want it to be done on me rather than somebody under my charge. As for
Right.
the mental of it. So
Um,
Nell would approach him, explain what happened, explain what she saw, and then ask what can be done for the weakness.
yeah. So he looks at it, and you get like a real legitimate like a ooh. Um, well, my dear, I will say that's not. It, yes, it is causing your flesh to rot and decay, but that's not exactly a deadly touch, if you will. It seems a complete disruption of your essence.
What are you saying to me right now?
Um, well, it does seem as though it's not exactly in Ornella jurisdiction.
You seem apprehensive. I would kindly ask you to be a little bit more succinct, yes? If it doesn't fall under the distinction of the goddess of death, whose jurisdiction would it fall under?
Well, there's an order, right? There's a cycle, there's a balance. There's something wrong with your balance. It does seem as though your very nature has been sort of tainted, your very essence.
So are you saying that I need to go to someone who practices nature magic? Because our druid was similarly affected, and that doesn't seem exactly
Suppose you could petition life as well. She is
the
an
look on her
elder.
face is very much disgusted.
All he really does is raise an eyebrow, So,
Fine. Is there a cleric of Soon here?
well, I could help you with that as well. That is very heavy for what we're doing here. There you go. Sorry. It's really intense. We were just having a conversation. Go ahead.
No, I asked if there was a cleric of Soon available.
I could help you with that as well. He says.
Sorry, I just read what Fighter was putting. Um,
Oh,
okay. I don't know exactly how you'd care for me to petition Soon. I'd rather not speak directly to the gods and goddesses. Is there anything that can be done to fix it?
um, may I get a sample?
Are you asking to cut off a piece of my finger? What exactly are
No,
you asking?
I'm actually asking you if you'd be willing to sort of remove a bit there that seems to be affected by it.
Ah, the grand distinction. So be it. She kind of catches the tip of her finger with the knock of an arrow and offers the blood to him at the arrow tip. The whole thing's
You know, my
infected,
dear,
right? All of me?
I need I need the flesh that's scarred there.
Okay, so what on her would be scarred?
So you would have taken damage. I mean, essentially, like probably in the shoulder. Do you know what I mean? Because I know I'm pretty sure it swiped at your back when you were leaving, and then it caught you face to face at one point. So definitely, like it could be the same shoulder that was or the other one, but one of the shoulders.
I'm going to go ahead and say it was on her weak side, because she would
Mm,
have turned that last out of habit.
sure.
So she'll actually excise a small piece of flesh from her shoulder and
It hurts, but it doesn't bleed. There's no, you know what I mean? Like and that is a little, like
disconcerting. Yeah.
that's a little strange. Yeah. And as he takes like the piece, right, he does put it like he's got like a cloth, right, handkerchief kind of thing. He looks at the area that you excised it from and does kind of go like, fascinating. All right, thank you very much. Give me a couple hours. Allow me to speak as best I can on your behalf.
It's not just my behalf. There's someone injured far greater than I, but any testing to be done, anything, it'll go through me first.
Very well. When it is time, we will have to bring your comrade, I'm assuming, before her as well, in some capacity.
So be it.
Give me a couple hours. Come back, or I'm sure I could find you if anything does. Direct me. And he'll kind of remove him, like kind of, give you a bow and sort of look at the door, not motion you out, but look at the door and retreat to the back where his like
Real
quarters
cool.
and all that
Real
are.
cool. Yeah, we'll take the obvious hint.
So we will come back to that, but that would be around the time that everybody is waking up anyway, so we'll come back to that. Is there anything anyone wants to do this morning? Is there anything any questions, anything like that? Some of y'all want to bring up or possibly?
I think Holt would start waking up, and he'd probably head out of his tent and start doing some form of stretches to hopefully not be sore off of his wounds.
Yeah, and there is definitely, like you can feel that you were gored by a massive bull. But he, they treated you well, right? There was definitely, like a healer, casting spells, mending your skin, doing all that crazy supernatural stuff. You know what I mean? So there is a scar, right? It's a pretty significant mark that was left from you being run through like that. But no weakness, no loss of movement. You still totally do feel like run over dogs, Marina. But
I imagine so.
yeah.
What movement? Oof, voice. It was fine when I did my monologue. What movement? Like I know, hey, it's gone now. Like what am I like limited to, movement wise?
Well, the only thing is your strength score is effectively 1. So any strength saves, any strength modifiers, any checks, things like that. I believe it's a negative 4 or 5.
It's up there now.
Yeah, I want to
Negative
say so.
5.
10 is 0. Negative 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Like you don't really get disadvantage or anything like that. There's no restriction on your movement. You still do have all that. But if you suffer any strength damage, you are dead. Like there's no saving throws. You just flat out die because your body now ceases to have the strength to pump its own heart.
Fun.
It's almost like full body paralysis. You know what I mean?
All right, and then Nell is like still out of camp, right?
I believe Nell. Were you waiting with that, like in their area, or were you waiting in your like de facto office?
Cat formed me and kind of fell near the fire, so I don't think I went very far.
Sure.
I think I just
Were you in your office now?
I guess so. I kind of want to ask Nell
You're
about.
Marina. This was saying, Nell, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen.
No, you're good. I'm not sure if she's there.
She's busy.
Oh well. Okay. So you're saying?
I was like, well, at first I thought like going to Holt, but I'm like, oh man, though that might be a little challenging for Shift. Talking as Emmy instead of my character, but I really want to ask about the place of the petrified trees. I want to know if that's somewhere I can actually go.
You're asking who?
I was going to ask Nell since she's been around for a while.
Oh, right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask Holtz because I'm like, he seems like a
Hey,
man who,
listen.
but I'm like, that might be incredibly challenging for Shift to play out. I'm like, Holt's character might know, but I don't know if Shift would.
Not not asking the wandering monk that's been wandering for 25 years.
Huh?
That's
Me.
true. Yeah.
I've been
I
around.
could ask Chow. Chow's also kind of oblivious. I could. I just remember Holt as he's a paladin, right? Holt is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like those guys are like kind of all about, like faith and light and the like, right? I'm
Yeah,
just
from what
I've got a
you've
plus.
heard, how you understand.
yeah.
That's it.
That's the only reason. I didn't even think about the wandering monk. I can ask Chow.
Yeah, I don't get a proficiency bonus for it, but I do have a +2 to.
And I imagine I'm actually probably still nearby Chow, considering that he was watching over.
That's it. You ask Colt or Chow?
I'm thinking. So just explain my thought processes, Emmy. I think if it's like a place of legends, Holt would know. But Chow also has the opportunity to like maybe wandered upon it. It's where my brain is at.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am going to go ask Holt first. Considering the impact that I think that place may have.
Okay.
Roll history, Holt.
History. Okay. Let's just get in there 20.
Oh,
Oh, and that one. Yeah, I don't
nice.
know nothing.
Nice. I mean, yeah, go ahead. What do you think, Holt?
What really
not
is the most
familiar at all?
oblivious character ever?
Never mind, JK.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Sorry.
He knows nothing.
You don't know that. You gotta roll insight.
He told me he doesn't know.
All right, fair enough. You just flat out believe him, huh? Huh? He could be lying
Oh?
to you. You don't know. Yeah. You don't know. Could be a lying liar who lies.
I think I believe him. I can. Well, I have
I don't know
passive.
why, yo, but I do. Yo, you kill my dog? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. That big.
Oh my
So
god,
you
I
ask
can.
him, Holt doesn't know.
Yeah. Right? Hold the paladin could be a liar. Cool,
That girl
cool
is
dress
fair.
that she's forming. I, as Marina, Holt is one of the very few people she really does trust. So she's kind of like, well, fuck. Okay. And then, considering she can't find Nell, she'll like kind of wander back to Chow and just go, hey.
Before
Just
she
go.
walks away,
Mhm.
Holt just wants to Like he's just, I'm I'm sorry I couldn't protect you more out there last night, but it's good to see you on your feet.
It does look really bad, but she is walking.
Yes. I kind of look back and go, you know, if it was for you guys, I actually wouldn't have minded dying. I'm glad to see you alive. Just, you do now only have one life. Please take care of it.
Of course. He'll
I
kind
kind
of
of
go back
nod
to
and like,
cleaning his armor and stuff, trying to repair it.
then I kind of wander about to. At first, I was like, hmm,
Roll
hero.
religion, Holt. No, yeah, Holt.
Nine.
Okay. Well, she does look bad, right? She does look bad, and there is a very just a very sunken look about her, you know, and she
Okay.
does seem like you when she mentions right, like you have the one life, you do feel like there's like a disconnect between you and her insofar as there's like the humankind kind of thing, like we're all humans. There's a bit of a like that, like an ambiguous disconnect, but one on a very almost like DNA level. Like you guys aren't just two different people; you're almost two entirely different things, but you don't really know
Okay.
what. I mean, it's just it's a weird feeling you get at her mentioning your one life and
Mhm.
her walking away looking so sickly.
Okay.
Right. Damn.
What are you
Okay.
doing, boss?
All right. Does anybody else want
Go
to do
ahead.
any?
No, I was just calling him out because he was really quiet. Go ahead. What are you saying? You walk right. You have that conversation with him, and you walk off.
Yes. Yeah. No, I wanted to give anybody else the floor before I did anything
Yeah, sorry.
else.
I think Holt kind of just keeps that to himself for the moment.
Okay. Are you? I don't know what happened. I think. Oh, okay. I know what happened. I heard something, but I didn't realize what it was.
So did I.
Yeah. Um. Was there anything else anybody wanted to do?
Make a couple scones.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait,
Tracks.
you gotta roll to see how delicious, but we'll do that when when you eat them.
Yeah. Delicious. Eh?
Was there anything else
Yeah.
anybody wanted to do?
All right. I guess I'll go ahead and just follow my nose to Chow, and I kind of watch him do his thing for a bit before asking him, like, "Hey, you've been around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
have
have.
Have you ever ran across petrified trees?"
Let me out of character. Let me make a roll for that.
Yeah, go ahead, roll history.
I got a
Yeah.
19.
Um, you've never left the continent, right?
I don't know. I wandered wherever.
Like would would you have sought coastlines? Would you have sought those types of, you know what I mean? Or would it just have been like how far your feet could take you, or you know what I mean?
I
What were you
assumed I
thinking
just
your
went
travel looked
pretty much
like?
everywhere, just kind of
Okay.
discovering the world, trying to discover myself too.
Okay. I will say your times in the jungle, right, or near the jungle, because it was still kind of a, you're an outsider.
Hmm.
So you would know not to venture too far in. But your times near the jungle, you never really heard of petrified trees, but you know that the forest, or it's not really a forest, it's a jungle. You know that there is a side of the jungle that does seem to be covered in like ash and soot from the volcano. So it's not exactly that they're like petrified, but they do have like that kind of barren look, though their foliage is very green, where it's not covered in ash and soot. There are certain forests where the elves dwell that are very old and barren, but they're not like so stark that there's nothing on them, and those trees aren't petrified. They are old and they do look fairly gnarled, and you know what I mean, but none of them are dead like that. So specifically what she's taught, like what she kind of mentions and what she brings up, no, there's nothing like that matches it exactly, right? But there are some places that sort of have a similar, like there are similarities that they share. That picture that she's painted has similarities to some of these other places, but nothing exact. That was difficult.
Hmm.
Like from your
There are
recollection.
there are ashen trees near the jungle that stand still and are barren, but not petrified, at least from what I've heard. I did not see them myself. Let's
Mm.
In my travels, I have seen the gray woods, the elf, while not barren, not made of stone. The beauty of their leaves is hidden, and their strength is sound. They are very much alive. But as for trees made of stone or hard like stone, I don't believe I've seen them. Maybe not. Maybe there are places that I have yet not traveled where they may exist. But from what I know, there's nothing that truly describes what you've asked.
Kind of a just sigh. Maybe it doesn't exist.
You can either roll insight or religion, whichever's higher.
Me?
Yes.
An 8.
I will say there might be more to that. That's about it.
Okay. Well, after, quizzing my companions, I kind of just go and
Anybody with a passive perception higher than 15 would hear it, but where were you going?
I don't know yet, so go for it.
Okay. So anybody with a passive perception higher than 15 would actually hear a knock, right? A very specific rhythmic knock coming from right up top. And with right that door opening, right, for the specific call sign. There is a wagon that does come down. It does seem to be pretty full of stuff. Um, mm, 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 mm. And there is is there anybody that's like not in their tent?
I think Holt's outside of his tent, but
I never went in my tent.
Oh, that's right.
Would Nell be speaking to the clerics, or would she be in her area?
Well, we were looking for you earlier. At this, well, if you want, actually, we can say if you're talking to them right now.
It's going to be a little hard for me to talk with Kid, but I can type.
Okay, that's fine. So at this point, right, we can then go to you returning to the cleric. You just want to look straight for him. Yeah. So it has been a couple hours since you actually visited him. He is waiting for you. He is ready, and he does say, well, I did seek and petition on your behalf to life, right, to love. And well, the good news is we can definitely heal you. You're going to need something that was infected the same way, or something unblemished. So something of similar ilk, or something of the exact opposite. Well, you would need essentially some kind of sacrifice that is, a firstborn of something, right? And if you know of a sheep, right? Something, a kid, a goat, you said, calf of some kind. For a human stature, a calf would be best. It would need to be the whole thing. So you would need to have the carcass of something affected similarly, or the thing still, if you keep it alive. Yes. You need to transfer it. That's what you can physically do, at least. seeing as how you're asking me to petition on your behalf. And not going directly yourself. He sort of, he kind of looks at you, waiting. Um, well, so you would essentially need something of a similar size, right? Now, for as heartily affected as she is, as Marina is, um, you would probably need something like that hobgoblin. For you, right? A humanoid of some kind. But it's got to be something fairly stout if you really want to fix her. Like if this is a weird kind of discussion that you're having with him. You know what I mean? No, but it does sort of lessen the chance of a successful transfer. There's still a chance, but there's no guarantee if it's dead. It has to be dead. Because if not, we can still burn it as an offering, but we won't really know until it either does or doesn't work. Which could be days, could be months. You know, it's far less of a guarantee. Unless you bring multiple dead things to burn, I suppose. If that's what you want to do. He has like a really legitimate upturned nose at that thought of you bringing that to him. It is feasible. But again, no guarantee. Our hope is you get some word from some third party, as opposed to specifically from the one you're petitioning. Again, petitioning vis-a-vis me. I mean, the quarry does tend to have issues. A lot of it is very much like crazed things coming from the mountains. But again, that connection is made about the shadows and why people don't go out at night. To you, at least. Like, I'm sure if people want to roll high enough, maybe. Most of them are fairly intelligent.
I wanted to interject here.
My bad.
Nell was briefed of our abilities, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then she knows that I can do the same thing, right?
That you can.
I can cause necrotic damage.
I wouldn't think she would know your specific like school. You know what I mean? But she knows you're a monk, and she knows you have like that power of key. You know what I mean? How
Okay.
that key specifically reveals itself, I don't think
Okay.
she
Then
has
I
much
would have to wait.
about that.
It.
Yeah, yeah. Like she didn't get like a
Okay.
legitimate dossier, but she did get a briefing of your respective, classes and skills and abilities. This unfortunately is not that modern. I mean, like the schools, the specific schooling, yeah, probably wouldn't know that, but. Uh, and then, so is that? Is there anything else that you want to?
Oh no, I was just wondering if she knew exactly what we could do because she did see me heal you, but she hasn't seen me do necrotic damage.
Right, right.
It's a balance thing.
Well, there would be no reason because for you to continue to go out and come back and go out and come back and go out and come back would bring a lot of attention to this door. And they're trying to not do that. So the only reason that you would be if there is a legitimate threat or if there is like a legitimate encampment of some sizable like threat. As it stands, that is not exactly, that's not the case. There just is, like, again, all of this stuff that is going on in recent years, seemingly from nowhere. But it's steadily ramping up in things. First, it was like natural disasters, right? Then it was like the frequency, the size, the intensity. Now it's, bulls are standing up and trying to talk like people. Suddenly, shadows. Okay, you would be the first one to actually see that wagon then. But what about you, Moss? Anything?
I'm just chilling. Just lurking
Any
around.
thoughts? How's your character feeling? What's he thinking? Like, where's his head at?
Very subtle, just observing. Nothing too deep.
Okay.
Kind of waiting
Then
for
everybody
them.
go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Perception.
Oh, is it all of us?
Yeah.
Oh wait, perception. That's a that's a that's an 8, not a.
Wow. 2, 6, 10 and 11.
My
Rough time.
mine's an
You
8.
all hear the knock, right? You all hear the knock. There's clearly a card up there. There's clearly a card up there. And there's some stuff going on. But it's not until the cart finally like makes its way down, right, to the very bottom, essentially. Like it takes there's a specific, right, like an elevator meant for all that. It's a cart, like a hand wheel crank kind of thing, and it's really, all that really annoying stuff going on. But it gets loaded up onto that giant freight elevator of sorts, right, and then it gets brought down to that bottom, that bottom layer, that where all the like artisans and tradesmen and all that are. And you see, let us know, fool. Where you at, buddy?
What?
There we go.
So, what you see is a figure. His posture is rigid and perfectly disciplined. The first thing you notice, though, is his armor. It's a bright pink scaled armor, and behind him, you see slung behind his back is a long spear. The haft blackened, and the blade, emerald colored, that glistens in the sun. He turns to look at each and every one of you, and then he turns towards Blacken's character. As his hair, his long, black, luscious hair just kind of flows in the wind, almost like a L'Oreal commercial.
Nice. Is it?
As he looks at Black's character, you see one thing that stands out the most is like a scar underneath his neck, underneath his chin. And he'll just reach out, point out to you. You there. Stop dilly-dallying around and get those supplies, please.
I said.
Good. He would turn to every one of you and just bow. Greetings, soldiers.
You all see as basically the entire like barracks floor stands and salutes, and like it's an audible, as they all fall in line. Do you all follow suit?
Yeah, I think Holt would follow and then join the salute. Would we recognize?
You would recognize his armor, and you would recognize his rank.
Okay, then yeah, I would.
Probably the first time you've ever seen someone like that in person, but yeah.
I do.
I imagine I would too.
Stand up from my food.
It's very apparent that there is a crimson red, orc amongst these, people, skin colored other people.
My character would just kind of gaze towards Nell and give her like a nod of improvement as he looks towards the rest of the players, the rest of the group. You can call
Nell-
me
Cornelius
S. Metals.
Nell would probably recognize him, but not, like not be exactly familiar with him, but recognize the face. Definitely the voice.
It's a good looking face, though.
I look at him, say, "Well, Cornelius S. Metal, are you hungry from your trip?"
You see, as Cornelius kind of sniffs the air a little bit. That does smell rather good, soldier. I'll
I
take
do my
some, but
best.
first, you there, stop dilly-dallying around. Get those supplies to your friends now.
So he's pointing at you. He's pointing at you, Moss.
Yes, sir.
Does anybody else want to help him? There are some that when like you snap that
He
too,
only
you know what
ordered
I
him
mean?
to. He didn't order us to.
He sure did. There are some others, right? When he tells you don't quit dilly dally, right? They get up too. Like they get up and they just go, right? They're just screw it. They don't get in trouble and they move. There's actually specific packages for it's all of the stuff that you ordered too, Chow.
Yeah.
So you get all the things that you requisitioned from that first day, all the things that Nell did as well. And so they're hustling, they're offloading it, right? They're taking it to the quartermaster. It's getting distributed. People's names getting called, right? They get packages. It's a bunch of stuff like that he brings in.
I think Holt would go and help Moss unload stuff as well.
Good man.
Nell would know that, though this isn't necessarily somebody that you report to inform him of what you saw last night is probably, I mean, it's not exactly protocol and it's not like it's mandatory. Yes, exactly. That's precisely why you would recognize him. Like, again, maybe not be ultimately like familiar with him, but again, the voice super recognizable, and the armor and everything, like he's obviously a Death Knight directly in service to Falk. It's like her honor guard.
I'm assuming this would have been around lunchtime.
No, well, it's breakfast time technically.
Breakfast time. Okay.
Yeah, or getting close to brunch. As far as your brothers, he wouldn't really know too much about that. Right. As far as your brothers, he wouldn't know too much about that. He would be specifically here for those those reports that you had. You know what I mean? That would kind of be the idea that you got from his appearance. You know what I mean? Especially with what it was that you essentially found out.
Yeah, at this point, Cornelius is like next to Chow and taking a sip of his chicken noodle soup.
Oh, I
Very
was
good.
gonna say this. That was
Very
last
good.
night's dinner. I
No, that
had
was
to.
last night. That's so very good.
I actually have
You
a
kept it
plate
warm.
of eggs Benedict and pork belly with a cup of tea, the same tea served to Beth.
This is some very good tea, soldier. What's your name?
My name is Chow. Nice to meet you.
Chow. Very nice. And what of
Thank
you?
you.
You are. What's your names?
He points specifically to class 13.
And I'll set down the box I'm carrying. I'll look up and my name is Holt Lingard.
And describe what you look like to him.
He's currently only wearing like pants and his shirt, upper body. He does not wearing a shirt currently, but he's like covered in bandages. Um,
Oh, Lingard, you look like shit.
yeah, he's he looks pretty beat up right now, but he's actually like walking around okay, but he does have quite a few bandages on him currently. Blonde hair, one eye is scarred.
And at this
Man
point,
is clearly a survivor.
Cornelius would take the letter from Nell. Well done, Nell
Yeah, she
McConnelly.
marches right up to you.
Oh, and Latza had something she wanted in the chat.
So that letter is essentially right, her report filling you in on what you kind of already know, right? Like that there has been trouble here, that they have heard of disappearances, what you are not sure of. No, you're good. What you are not sure of is specifically the shadows, and I mean the Minotaur. That just sort of coincides with the idea that it started when somebody was out trying to feed their livestock. So it isn't like the biggest of stretches, but it is something that's not like that's the thing that happens. Stuff doesn't just suddenly turn into vicious monsters like that. And shadows definitely don't just stand up and fight.
So you guys took out the Minotaur. As I look over to Marina.
She looks green. Like her skin looks. She looks ill. She's still standing, but her eyes are sunken and her skin color is not healthy.
Yeah, I just kind of nod and go, I think Holt took most of that. You'll have to thank him.
Good job, Holt Lingard. You did well keeping your friends alive.
I'm not sure if I should make you roll a deception check. Do you truly believe that? So I guess not. Good.
Yeah,
It sounded a little sus, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, hold on.
And I was just it was a group effort with my whole class captain.
So you guys are the unlucky class 13.
So we've been apparently appointed.
Sounds pretty lucky to me.
I kind of don't reply to that, and I just kind of look down.
Will you hurry it up? As I look over to Black's character.
They are
Poor Moss.
Yeah, they are finishing off the rest of it, but they are still they're still offloading. It's like the tail end of the truck, right? The wagon, the very back. It's like 3 pieces left. Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to bring up or?
Holt's not sure if I don't know. He doesn't want to go out of line, but And he's just to what do we owe your presence?
Moss would
Cornelius
be
looks
jumping out of the
over
back of
to.
the wagon. They're finished. They're finished offloading.
What is Moss doing? Yeah, what is Moss doing right now?
Moss is moving luggage.
He's bringing the lasso to the quartermaster, but the wagon's
What do
empty.
you mean? What is Moss
Alright.
doing? Moss is doing what he's been asked to do.
All right, as Moss gets to where he needs to be, Cornelius will kind of acknowledge Holt's question. There seems to be a commotion at the rock quarry. And you see, am in need of soldiers.
Are you asking for us? Or
Indeed, I am. Now, are you up to the task? As I just glance over every one of them. I know they look beat up. Acknowledging that they're beat up.
I'll go grab my stuff. And he head to tent.
I will be fine. I can assist.
I'm unsure
And
about what I'm agreeing to because I went pee.
He's asking if you're willing to help him investigate some kind of commotion that's been happening at the rock quarry.
Huh. More shadows, huh? I kind of just nod and just go, I'll go where my team goes.
Good. And what about you, luggage boy?
And what was that, sir?
You can drop the luggage now. It's okay.
Hi guys.
What
Oh,
is your
his
name? And I don't think I got your name as well. As I point to Emerald's character.
I'm Marina. Just Marina. And that's Moss. And I kind of like point towards Moss.
Marina and Moss. Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was asking was that there seems to be a commotion at the rock quarry. Your group are the closest one to it. And so I need your help. Do not to worry. I will protect you all.
Can we roll like perception to see if he's lying to us?
It would be insight, but yes.
Do it.
It's the voice, man. I don't trust a thing you say, fool. I don't trust a damn thing.
He's just like masquerading around as him.
Like, Marina has trust issues.
+6, okay. $23.
23. That's very high.
I mean, are you lying?
I am not lying. I am full truth, no filter. You can tell by the wind blowing on my long, luscious hair that looks like Manic's real hair.
Totally real.
My character is just Manic in pink armor.
Neon pink.
Look fabulous. I mean, they look fabulous.
I, give him kind of a once over, and then after a brief pause, I kind of just shrug and Like, okay.
What kinds of briefings were there of what's going on at the quarry?
DM, do I know anything about what's happening at the quarry? Or are we just gonna go there to investigate
You're
now?
just going in blind, or
Well, I will say it is up to you to share whether your what I
Give me
sent you
free
in
range?
DMs.
Okay.
Like so, it's up to you to share with how you would like to. I will say the reason that you typically don't share it is because of like too many ears, right? Too many people knowing specifically just sort of allows for more fantastic stories, which can cause more disruption. Like that's basically the main reason why a lot of it is like that need to know basis. But it is up to you whether you deem them necessary to know it or not. I will say, if you are going to share it with him, it would definitely not need to be in like in the general purview of everybody in this little way station.
Okay.
So it would be like, you would want to find someplace.
Got it. How about you gather your stuff and we'll talk as you walk? As I kind of just head to the wagon again, and I'll slowly get ready to head out.
Yeah, once Holt's done gathering his stuff and putting on his armor, he'll head to the wagon as well.
And I follow as well.
Fabulous. Okay. So as far as like the supplies, right, that you ordered and the stuff that you were looking for, is there anything that you want to mark down that you made sure to put in your packs? Like now would be definitely the time to do it. Do make sure that you've recovered all this, right? Your HP, your spell slots or key points. Make sure you do that. And let me know. Like I said, let me know if you did want to do like general shopping or like supply stuff like that. Because I will go so far as to say is for all my casters right out there, there you do have like a specific reagent bag, and you do like every long rest, every short rest that these materials are available. You do top up on that, so it's just the verbal, somatic, and material components do matter. But I will say that you being very learned in those ways, this now is the time that all that's you putting enough in for the spell slots needed for all that you have. You know what I mean? But if there's anything specific that you're really looking for, we can work that out now, and it can sort of be within the confines of that morning hours, sort of thing.
I wanted to see if I wanted to visit the armory and kind of round out the types of damage I can do. So I like looking
What
for.
were you thinking?
I mean, I've got proficiency in all light or like all basic. Was it like all martial? Hold on. All simple weapons, including some special monk weapons, like kamas. That's kind of what I was for. They can do
Cal, did
slashing
you want a
damage.
bow staff?
Yeah, I have a bow staff.
Did we level up from that last fight, or are we still at level 4?
Yeah. You all
What a
level up
nice,
by one.
what a nice DM.
What?
Shift.
Okay. Hey.
I will say here is not where they would have that specific weapon.
Okay.
They have more short sword, board, bow.
Yeah, I've got a
No.
short sword that does piercing damage.
Right. So here would not be where you would be able to find that. But there are like more specific, more skilled vendors back at that main like town.
Or a scimitar or a hand axe.
I mean, you can probably find a hand axe. Scimitar, probably not.
All right. I'd like to
Just
find 2 hand axes.
Just make sure that you mark down. You said 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you mark down. How much does that cost? I think it's like 1 gold each. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna say for you, yeah, it'll be 2 gold pieces each. So make sure you remove 4 gold from your character sheet.
Okay. Doable.
Was there anything else, anybody? Or was there anything else you wanted?
I don't think I need anything. How I'm assuming magic. I don't know how common they are. I guess that's kind of.
Here, probably not. What were you looking for? Like, what were you thinking?
I don't know. Just maybe a better shield, if anything. But other than that, nothing in particular. But
I mean, there would be, he would have variety of shields as far as like specific equipment. I forget what you're rocking.
I think I'm
It's not
just
a tower shield, right?
no. I think it's just a basic shield.
Check your equipment.
Yeah, it just says shield. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, but it served you well, sire.
Is it wooden? Well, yeah, let's take a look real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to also look to see it, like, shore up any like, see what kind of things there are to, give me any more advantages in battle that aren't armor, of course.
There we go. Let's see.
For some odd reason, I always imagine Shiv or Holt in this case having this big, gigantic shield, just naturally.
Well, they do.
It's a big,
They
great
do
shield.
have light, medium, and heavy. What's your strength score? Strength score is 16. Yeah. So the heavy shield would reduce your speed by 5. But it is an additional like +4 to your AC instead of the +2 that I think your shield is now. Is it a +2 or a +1?
I think it's
+2, yeah.
+2.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'd be a
Okay, so
+4,
that's
but you would lose your shield. Yeah, is a +2 to your AC. So you would gain another 2, but you would go to 25 feet, and you'd have a disadvantage on like dexterity checks, which I mean you don't really have proficiency or anything like that in any way, but so long as you had that shield.
Are we able to
Okay.
say that
So your AC could be effectively 20. Oh, go ahead.
DM, are we able to say that some of the supplies that they required or are requesting now that Cornelius would already have on the wagon and is providing it to them?
Well, it was part of the. So some of it was the shipment that like was requisitioned by people specifically, and some of it was like gear for this particular like guild tradesman. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a bit of an economy here. I mean, if you want, you could be the one that foots the bill, or you could be the one that like says, just give it to him. You know what I mean? Like, you totally have authority and rank.
Yeah,
Just
like
give it to them.
yeah, like some bracers of
And there you
defense
go.
would be nice.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll chance. Those are not exactly specialty, but they're a little specific.
Yeah, because they only work for people who are unarmored.
Okay. Yes. He has the bracers of defense, and you get your 4 gold back.
Oh, nice.
So the shopkeep does look pretty like little peeved, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say
Cornelius
anything
does that
very
almost as like an
definite.
act to like an act to gain trust from the squad from the class 13.
Okay. Nice. So it's very clear that he's at the very least trying to show you that, you know, what you need, he's willing to help provide.
Okay. On D&D Beyond, there's not like a thing specifically called heavy shield, but there's a shield
I
plus
believe that's
2.
a
But
well, I believe that's a part of the old school
oh, I
3.5.
see.
That's part
Okay.
of the 3.5 hybrid monster that I have.
Just for like
Okay.
the sheet's sake, would I be able to put the shield plus 2 on there? Because then it'd be the plus 4
Yeah.
overall. Okay.
That'd be perfect.
Oh, be a nice too. Okay.
Yeah.
I highly doubt they have this, but it's worth looking into. A staff of the adder.
That is very specific. That they do not have.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you're just
It's worth a
pushing
try. It's a basically it's a quarter staff with a head that can pierce and poison.
Right. That would be a very that's like a artisan or like a craft.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
specific.
It's worth asking.
Not that shops wouldn't have it, but this serves more as an outpost, right? Like, so if people
Yeah.
really need, they have like some basic stuff. Nothing like magical or enchanted, but fairly fortified. And I mean, that shield would have been fairly expensive, but he totally said just give it to him.
I think at this point Cornelius would just kind of step up and look towards Marina and Mosquito. Do you two need anything? We must make haste.
If there's better light armor, I'll take that, but I don't know exactly what I'm looking for.
Let's take a look. I think you have some fairly basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Inventory. You have padded. If you can find it,
You can have it.
give yourself the +1. I know. So if you can find padded armor +1, we'll do that. If not, I'll make the note, but just try to make the note yourself as well. That we'll remove the disadvantage, and we'll give you an armor class of 12. But if you can find it on your sheet, or if you can find it like in the inventory, right, like the actual shop, whatever, D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Put that one in your inventory.
I'd potentially like to swap out my short bow for a long bow.
Yeah, that you can definitely do. Again,
You can have it.
he's not gonna charge you guys anymore.
So this is what it feels like to have power.
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 Yeah, out of curiosity, how much would the shield have costed me?
That would have been a solid 10 gold piece.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I feel a little bad. I think I would still pay the guy.
You give him the full 10?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Men of honor, dignity.
Just help. Very
This is why I blindly follow you into battle.
Oh my god.
very
And the final rest.
And if yeah. I didn't find it, but I found an override button, so I just added an armor class.
Okay.
Marina
Right on.
should probably ask for a ring of strength.
Is that a thing?
Magic ring?
Is that be a thing? Can I?
It is a thing. It
Uh,
would not be here.
I don't know if it would be helpful, but
Do we
Right.
have
I think it would,
any?
considering your strength is 1.
I know. Do we have anything that can
Is there
like?
magical equipment?
That is technically
Potions,
a ring of strength. A
scrolls.
ring of strength is technically a magical item. There are some. They're like there are alchemical potions, right? Like you could probably find a potion of. I think it's a potion of Hildbrand strength. Is the. I forget what the levels are.
It's like my inner Dark Souls PTSD just like intensified.
Your strength score changes to 21 for 1 hour.
Potion of giant strength. That's what they have. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you're right. It is Hill Giant. It is Hill Giant. So there
I'm
are.
like, I don't see what you see.
Yeah, there are differing classes of potion of giant strength. So the basic
there's
one is Hill
Full
Giant,
strength.
Okay.
and they have one. That
One.
is a fairly uncommon thing.
I will take the one.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, yes, you are.
He's obviously like the quartermaster, right? Like he's obviously
Standing on
very
my-
like
yeah.
yeah,
Arms crossed.
yeah. There you go. That is totally yours if you want it to take from you.
He's so
You know?
sad.
Yeah. Like he's still got a smile on his face, you know.
My passive says he's sad.
Sure. There are no tears though.
Now are you guys done shopping around?
No.
Mosquito, are you done?
No. Yeah, I'm done. I was browsing.
Good, sir. Let's make haste. I will fill you in.
All right. So you actually do get your wagon, right? I mean, if you want, you can take this one that's already down, like that's down here. But they brought one themselves, so you can just kind of commandeer theirs and take theirs since it's already at the top floor. And Marina, since you kind of already are familiar with the horse, you know, if you want to drive it, you can do that. Or if you
I vote we take the carriage we came in.
Yeah, I'm already
Load
walking there. I'm
reliable.
already in shotgun.
There you go. So yeah, so then it would essentially be you would be driving the horse, Marina. Do me a favor, give me an animal check.
Okay.
You do it with advantage because the horse sees you and feels very bad for you.
Oh, not the pity.
The pity advantage. Nice.
It can
I'll take
smell.
it.
It can smell you at death's door. Like it's like, oh man, what do you need?
17. Well, no, it'd be 20.
17 plus 4?
It'd be 21.
Yeah, 21. Okay, fabulous. Yeah. So you totally.
Yeah.
You guys ride up to the top, right? You do the whole shebang, same way you came in, right? They see you, obviously they open the door for you. You ride off and you actually head like northeasterly, right? And in this time, because it'll take you a few hours to get there, right? We can roll again after, but now would be the time for discussion and briefing and all that.
So
Yeah,
lay it
I'm.
on us, boss man.
Yeah, as Cornelius is like kind of just looking forward the whole time. He'll just say out. It seems that there's something that has been tainting the monsters around here. The same thing that happened to that Minotaur you just fought.
The shadows, you mean?
The shadows, yes. You can expect to see something like that at the rock quarry. Tell me, what else
Hmm?
have you experienced so far?
The group or me in particular?
Marina here
Anyone.
has extensive necrotic
Something about
damage
trees, I
to
think.
Mas.
her limbs, her extremities, her core. She took the brunt of the damage from these shadows.
Your bodies.
Now's your
I
chance,
see.
Marina. Ask him about the trees.
I love this so much.
Ask away, mosquito.
I guess it's me. I had this vision of sorts with Lady Death and Lady Love. Do you know of a place with petrified trees?
A place with petrified trees. You see as Cornelius kind of rubs his chin. DM, I would know this, right?
You would know.
A little bit, or no?
Give me a religion check. Give me a religion check with advantage.
Let's go. My first roll of the game.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll roll dices, by the way, so you know.
hit it. I ain't shy. You know I trust you.
Because I'm
Hit
not
it.
I'm not in roll 20 yet. So.
You know.
Oh shit. That's a 2 and a 4. So a 10.
Nice. You would know that it's a metaphor. So it's not a place, but it is like a state of being. You can attribute. You tell him the whole dream or just the petrified forest.
I think I would share.
Because you said you had a vision and it had them in it, and then you said there is the petrified forest, right?
I think I'll share that she said that that area was a gift for her father.
Uh, you mean love?
Yeah.
You know that the gift that love was supposed to give her father is actually the planet itself. Like the material plane itself is that gift. The jewel, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if the material I'm talking to
Cool.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember his character name.
I'm just listening.
But yeah, it's just that's what I mean is you Cornelius would know that the ring that is the material plane is truly the setting for the gemstone, right? For the rock that is Tarn, like the planet itself. So when it is brought up that the gift for her father, that's the only thing that love would ever really be talking about. But the trees, like I said, the trees represent a state of being, especially if death was there.
Petrified trees. I don't think that's a place.
Oh?
Not that I've seen anyway.
Hmm.
Are you worried?
You know, thinking back, have you ever met nature?
Tell me more, please.
It's just thinking back, there was some emphasis about where my power came from. I just can't help thinking. Maybe I'm overthinking it, considering it came from Lady Death, and, well, she doesn't seem like the type to give out too many clues. But why would she emphasize so much on nature?
You are the chosen one.
Cornelius laughs. That is Lady Death.
Hmm.
Cornelius looks over to the rest of Class 13. It seems she has more planned for the rest of you, after all.
What do you mean?
With time, young lady.
Why is everybody so secretive?
It's not that we're secretive, it's
Just start
No one
speaking
tells
in
me to.
riddles the entire time.
Every speaking like
If we
everybody just is like, no, fuck off.
Why y'all so
Also not
cryptic?
fuck off.
For every death, there must be life.
there is some things I might know more than you, but just like you, I'm still just trying to figure it out.
Hmm.
You must believe in the path you walk. I think you know that already.
Yeah, I do.
And wherever that may lead you.
Ready to accept whatever is at the end.
Yes.
And then I kind of just awkwardly like give the horse a little pat because I don't know quite else what to say.
Does anyone have questions? Is there any concerns? I said, I know that you guys definitely did get kind of thrown in the middle of stuff. There was the concern that you didn't meet your captain, until like what half the evening of of the literally the day before. Is there any concerns, anything like that you guys have, or this essentially would be the person to ask because he's someone of pretty significant rank. Um, and I'll even go so far as to say you've sort of tested him, right? You've rolled insight. He's actively even tried to show he's on your side. So it would be a very hard reach. It'd be very hard pressed to think that he might have anything like against any of you. You know what I mean? So it's just this would be someone that you definitely could talk to. Is at the very least what it seems like.
I'm actually the big bad evil guy, just so you know. I'm just gonna.
Wait, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Hold on. Let him talk first.
I'll kind of look over to the two in the back, Holt, Lingard, and Chow. The two that Cornelius would kind of like be more suspicious about, especially a paladin and like a monk who chose to fight in this war, if anything.
You notice him kind of eyeing you guys. It's not exactly that bombastic side eye, but he's not making it quite, he's not being subtle that he is kind of like sizing you up specifically.
He's like, oh, hey, Cornelius, don't worry about those two.
And I'm thinking, that's no different than literally anybody else I've met ever.
What are you thinking, Chow?
I'm just meditating on life and death and the blending
Yes.
between the two that we seem to
Death.
be experiencing here.
I forgot to tell you earlier, but that was a mighty fine breakfast.
Yes, Lady Death quite liked that tea as well.
It was a good tea.
Thank you.
And what have you, Holt Lingard? Why are you here?
I'm here to protect my friends and anyone else I come across.
I see. And what have you, luggage boy mosquito?
I'm just here for adventure, good sir. Into
Adventure.
of my friends. I think if I must
Well, at least you guys have one
them.
thing right. And that's the strength of friends in trying times. We're almost there. As Cornelius just looks forward again. You see the wind blowing his hair back.
Gorgeous. Looks amazing. Everybody's jealous, whether they want to admit it or not.
So we don't get to ride a wagon anymore?
One more time? Sorry.
I was gonna say maybe Chow most of all, considering I only have a top knot.
So we don't get to ride the wagon
Then again,
anymore?
I probably shaved my head, so.
So it
In my
does. It
opinion.
takes you. You're good.
Out of
It
character, in
takes
my
you-
opinion, Chow thinks too much hair is a liability in combat.
But if you know how to whip it around during battle, it looks epic and keeps it out of trouble.
Yeah, a piece of a strand of Cornelius hairs, a strand of my hair falls into Chow's top.
It attaches and glows beautifully. It's now part of your scalp.
It's a magical hair.
It's fate touched, man. So it does take you. It does take you the 5 hours, right? It is a pretty solid trek. The conversation lasts for probably a solid 3.5 to really go back and forth over it. The last hour and a half are kind of written in silence. There's a bit of an awkwardness, I will say. It's probably not coming from from Cornelius. But there is, there is a stiffening, right? It's kind of hard. Even Nell, kind of, you could tell, like even she's not necessarily unsettled, but doesn't quite know how to be at full like relax in front of this like rank and file here. Like he's some pretty big guns, and if they're sending him, and they had your class come specifically, he's got something. You know what I mean? Like most of you would kind of be able to put that together. Holt's a little, didn't really perceive much, but it does seem a little obvious. When you finally make that trip and you can actually see the quarry ahead. There are people already there, right? They've been traveling from the way station, and you can see that there is still some to come, coming from Tarsus itself. But you can see them working. It's not even like a hole in the ground. It's called the quarry because there's just a bunch of rocks, like massive boulders being broken down. But they're trying to clear a path because there is a road that sort of dead ends, right? A road that you've been following that does sort of dead end at this site, right? Like, so it does seem as though some of the rock slides, right? Some of the shakings of the ground there have caused this sort of blockade, and they're working to actually clear it. It's not precisely a rock quarry. They just call it the quarry because this is where they're mining rock, and they can use the ore. They can use, it's a joint effort there. Twofold reasoning. But it is some ways off, and they do kind of have like some riders come out, meet you, and and approach. Can I inquire your business here, sir?
What time of day is this? It's like afternoon now, right? It's like 5 hours.
Yeah. So you guys would have left around like maybe 9-ish. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just to have that little meet there, that discussion, and then you wanted them on the road and gone. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to go.
Yeah.
So it didn't take you very long, and they were fairly willing to just kind of hop to and let's go. So 5 hours from 9, yeah, would be like what, 2 o'clock? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah.
I
So
think
it's
at this
about
point,
mid.
nice. I think at this point, Cornelius would just kind of like drop down from the wagon, and he'll greet the young man or old man.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a middle-aged gentleman. He's probably somewhere around his mid-40s, but he's clearly like he's not of your rank and file, but he is someone like maybe not the foreman here, but someone that is meant to guard, and he does have like.
Would
He's
I
got some
know his
soldier
name by chance?
No.
No. Okay.
Hmm.
Greetings, soldier. My name is
Sergeant Dunhill, sir.
Sergeant Dunhill. Very nice. Commander Cornelius S. Meadows. This here is Class 13. Neil McConnelly, Marina, Chow, Mosquito, and Holt Lingard.
Nell steps out and she even says, Captain Nell McConnelly, this actually is my squad, and we are here to accompany Commander Cornelius and his reason for being here.
And we are here to
Well
deal with
met.
the problem that you're having right now.
When you say the problem, he kind of looks at you, and you can. What's your passive perception?
It's not that high. Let me see. 13.
Yeah, that's high enough. He does seem like he's sort of waiting to see if you're gonna say anything else. Like when you mentioned the problem they've been having. We have been.
The giant.
Yes. Right. Its behavior has become a bit erratic, sir. And where it once would only come in the dead of night, sporadically. Those times, still at night, but those times have now differed. His last attack was about a week ago. Quite late into the night, probably 2 hours before the break of dawn. So his pattern has changed.
I see. Would Cornelius know that like this might be about the time when it's about to attack again, like today, but like a night later?
It's always been like for the frequency of the attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if the last one was a week ago, they're about as frequent as yes, once a week. Like they have ramped up to the point where yeah, that is fairly, because for the past maybe 3 years, this thing is like, first it was like this thing in the back. You know what I mean? Like first it was like, ooh, you could see some giant figure in the night walking. You could hear the thumps and the rumbles, like a boogeyman kind of story. But then it very much became more and more like, oh no, that's really something like that. And it does look like a giant humanoid. Like giant is something that you're calling it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be familiar with giants specifically, but it is like it's being called.
Can you show us the way?
Is there? And he'll actually get off his horse and kind of smack it to get it to run off. Say, do you mind if we take your wagon?
It's not my wagon. As I look over to the group.
Nell kind of. Nell will look up at Marina and then sort of look back at him and say, well, you've kind of already slapped your ride off, haven't you? It wouldn't be that big of a deal for me to go get my own. Come aboard. And y'all get on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. And he will actually lead you. It is listen where they're working, but he'll lead you sort of more north of it, so you can still see it, and you could essentially run to it if you really had to. You know what I mean? It'd probably take a couple turns, like 2-3 turns maybe. But it is fairly close. Like like if you took the dash action, most of you would be able to get it in the 3 turns, right? Somewhere like 100 feet away. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So this is kind of, you can tell there has been some kind of a scuffle because there are impacts in the dirt that would suggest boulders falling, but there's no like sign of rock slide. You know what I mean?
I think at this point, Cornelius would kind of just stand farther back and almost as if he wants to see what class 13 can do.
Are you making that known? Or do you
It's
just sort
pretty
of like step
obvious.
back?
I'm just in like in the
Okay.
background and just watching as Nell and the group just kind of do their own thing and see if they can do this without his help yet.
Fabulous. Sergeant Dunhill looks like he's gonna say something and then sort of sees you and will stop. So this is the sign of its last attack. The site of its last attack.
Okay.
So we could go kind of investigate the area.
So give me which, tell me if you just want to use investigation or, perception, or let me know which
Um,
one you're thinking of using.
I would do perception, please.
Go ahead. And that, that's basically for everybody because it's fairly obvious that he's testing you right now.
All right, 13.
Okay. 13 perception.
Yes.
You see Nell
I
looking
got
as
a
well.
I got a 22 perception.
Fabulous.
I think Holt's just kind of staying out of the way.
All right.
Sorry, tried to kill me right now. That was funny. Okay, so Moss sees that rocks have fallen. I mean, like from the sky. Yeah. Clearly, that mountain range, farther to the north, is losing rocks. On a 13, there does seem to be sign of like almost scuffle. Not exactly a fight, but there's like a bunch of massive tracks. The 22, these rocks were not thrown. These rocks did not fall. These rocks were thrown. How these rocks could be thrown seems outrageous because they are hurled
Okay.
specifically. They are hurled specifically to land in this pathway. You can see like they kind of all land and bounce in a similar area, and they all kind of seem to rest specifically to blockade this path.
Hmm. These are not random attacks. This is targeted. See how the rocks all form in this particular area, and the marks on the ground where they bounce. They all come from similar directions. You can tell where these were not just thrown willy-nilly. These were
The
thrown
master,
specifically here.
the
Something's
master
trying
orc
to
is
block
correct.
this area off.
Sergeant Dunhill kind of like speaks, and says, "The master orc is correct. It is why we are still here still here working this quarry. We're trying to clear the path, but it seems as though our work is constantly
May I ask,
counteracted."
do you know what is it you seek in this area?
Well,
Specifically.
it is one of the main routes through to the other end of Wundle, which is the continent that they're on. It's actually our main thoroughfare to get to your people, sir.
My people.
Yes, on the other end of this sort of rock blockade here is the plainlands that do eventually lead unto the jungles of Wundle, which is where the orcs is essentially their territory.
Ah, yeah.
With this route blocked, it's much more difficult to come to commerce with them and send word. It is solely by ship.
So you mean,
And even
yeah,
those
the orc.
have stopped.
Now, I myself was raised here. but I do know what you speak of.
Begging your pardon, sir.
So maybe trying to prevent something coming through. How we can ascertain that is going to more investigation.
I'd say it wouldn't be a far off thought. The creature does seem strangely fixated with causing this block for whichever reason. Nell steps forward and does say, the attack does look deliberate. I don't understand why a giant would be a giant creature or something would be specifically trying to block us from speaking with the orcs, or why the other end of this plain lands is specifically to be kept from us. But I suppose our best bet is to either aid in clearing this rock quarry, or are you asking us to stop a giant? To which the sergeant will kind of not answer, and like there's even like a sheepish like, oh, it's above my pay grade.
Well, Class 13, what do you all think we should do?
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, my Wi-Fi cut out for like literally 5 seconds. Yeah, you said there's a giant. Is that what we're?
That's what they're saying. Is there's some? It's a giant creature, and it seems to be her in the night. Right? It seems to come, fairly semi-regularly. It seems to be throwing giant rocks from where it's at, specifically to block this road, like this big road. Nell will even say, "You can't be serious. We're really thinking of doing this."
And Holt's, Holt's thinking to himself. I mean, Holt's thinking he could take this thing. But he's he's like, is there any way we can find it during the day, or?
Do we know where this thing sleeps?
Well, it does come from the north, and it has tended to only attack at night. But like I said, those times are changing. The last attack occurred at 4 in the morning, so about 2 hours before dawn. It does seem to be getting closer and closer to dawn, I suppose, but it has gone from 2 to 10 to 1 to midnight, so it has fluctuated.
Holt will kind of like talk to the group and Nell and Cornelius and try and keep it from other people hearing, because he doesn't know like what he's allowed to say.
Sure.
And he's like, my only worry is the shadows will attack Marina again.
Well, that did seem to only occur at night. And when you turn that one into a firework, they seem to really not like the light.
So I
Says
think
no.
if we could, find it during the day, it would be best. But if our only choice is to fight it at night, then
Then we'll fight it at night. Even though
okay.
I feel as though killing this thing, is this just putting a bandage on what's really going on? Hmm. Maybe that's a bit above my pay grade, though.
I think at this point, Cornelius will step up from behind them and just kind of walk towards their group now.
The unlucky class 13.
You, Nell, you kind of see as Nell puts her hand against her forehead and says, "Lucky indeed." Like echoes that same thought.
I have
More
but
personal
one
though.
question for you.
All
Do
ears.
you fear death?
She could be a bit spicy, but Lady Death is fine. For all intents and
looks
purposes,
toward-
that is a joke.
He did it over
She is-
everyone.
She was quite nice when I spoke to her last.
Roll insight with advantage, fool.
Me. Nice. I am very
Yes.
good at that.
In looking at in looking at Marina and her talking about Lady Death being spicy.
I got a nat 20 for 27.
Nice. With the natural 20, you can tell Death does not reject her, but she is disconnected from the progenitor of the human race. She is essentially alone in a cosmic sense, and that radiates from her.
That's cool.
That's
Cornelius
terrifying.
S. Meadows.
What do you
Cornelius
mean?
S. Meadows just smirks as he gazes to the rest of the party to see what they will answer with.
Holt just he goes. All he says is no. He just, no.
Hmm?
Wait, is it
Do you
the
fear death?
do you fear death? Right?
Do you fear death? Yeah.
Yeah, he says no.
He just Davy Jones'd you.
I had
Do you fear
already
death, child?
answered. I said she liked my tea.
Oh, she
She's a
liked
nice
my
lady.
tea.
It was good tea.
What about you, Moss?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you fear death?
I don't fear death. It's like, did anyone not watch me like risk my life to go save Holt from that minotaur when he was impaled?
Cornelius smiles and he just says,
Good.
as you all around, everyone who's around him right now gains 13 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Then you know what you must do.
Nell doesn't exactly like sidle up next to him, but she does sort of try to stand in a more like before the group presence. And we'll say, Class 13. What are we doing? Are we taking down giants?
And
Go
facing
with
shadows,
Gene.
apparently. I kind of
Lead
glance
the
at
way.
Holt. Yeah. Kind of glance at Holt and I'm like, you know, who am I to complain? if he's willing to go back in there.
Holt will look to Nell and he'll just say, last night you told us to follow your orders, and that's what we'll do.
Just don't drop this one on me this time.
I'll do my best. And she'll look at Ma, and Ma will kind of look at you, and sort of like, don't even know, like, there's just a big dumb smile on his face, like, what? So she'll kind of say, she'll kind of say, very well. Then I suppose we are taking down giants and facing shadows.
I was fine fighting that Minotaur until the dog dropped it on me.
Knocked it down on top
That's
of
the
you.
only damage I took all that fight. The only damage was because of the dog.
was the damn dog. Damn dog. Don't
That's a
worry,
good
bro, I say the
boy.
same thing. I say the same thing all the time. That damn dog. um, when you guys all agree, and there is that like boon, right, of the 13 hit points. There's a discordance. You know what I mean? Like, this moment doesn't feel bad. This moment doesn't feel like the scary or anything like that. But in light of everything that you have faced, and now being actually like faced with the idea that there's a giant in this like world, and there's just crazy things going on that are taking over, like, yeah, I mean, Marina would definitely, like, the damage that you suffered, that strength damage that you suffered, that isn't like anything that you have ever felt before. I don't think you've ever really been like, it's never been explained. Like, no one's ever had that kind of story, and then that thing sucked my life from me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a lot that is happening, and it does seem to be happening very quickly. You guys seem to have only just graduated. Literally, like, the 2 days after having gotten your assignment, the same day at arriving, or or not really, I guess not really arriving, but the same day, same day you got your assignment, few days after, like maybe a week or so after you just graduated from your schooling, and now suddenly all these things are happening. So there's just a lot, right? There's a discordance that echoes. I hear you, Black. There's a discordance that echoes through that. And Marina would kind of have the biggest, like the strongest tie, the strongest ring to that. But you would all hear the roar and thundering approach of something absolutely massive. And as the roars and thunders its way toward you, you see it. You see a giant human man. Attack on Titan status. He does look outrageously. His skin, nothing, no muscle or anything. No muscle or anything is exposed, right? It's not like that bad. But his skin looks horribly stretched over this massive body now. So much so that, like, you can see, right, like if you were to pull like your eyelids down, and like, you could see that the corners of its mouth do kind of even look like a little hyper stretched, and its lips are cracked, like in sort of like scab. Roll me a perception check, everyone.
Holt can see.
You can have
Holt can't see.
advantage. Chow.
I got a 15.
23.
I
Oh, the
got a
roll with
rock.
advantage, so I roll twice, right?
Yeah.
And a 17.
17's the highest. Okay. Okay, so Holt sees it's a man, like a really large, human man. Moss, again, it's big and it's ugly and
It's a
it's like,
shadow.
ugh, what
You
on
see the
earth
little
is
human
that
in the nape
thing?
of its neck?
Yeah, yeah. Marina, it is very obvious and very apparent to you the same way that that bull sort of turned. It seems that a human person has done the same thing, but it is to a scale far greater than that. And the look in his eyes, like his pupils are white.
Okay.
There's still the color in his eyes, but the same color that the sclera is, you know what I mean? Like the white of your eyes is. It's the same thing in the center of his eye. So there is something drastically wrong with whatever this person is now. And fighter on a 17, you would definitely recognize this as the hermit that raised you.
Oh.
And that is where we will end our session for the night.
Oof.
Oh shit. Fighter's
Would you like to
bad.
roll initiative now, or you
It's
want to do it
going
when we come
down.
back?
When we come back.
Okay.
Yeah, my rolls aren't too hot right now. Let's.
got
let me
back with
let me cool
two
the
ones.
dice off real quick.
Back-to-back
Yeah.
ones. I mean, come on. Like, what are the odds?
2 nat ones in a row.
That was
After
pretty-
going out there
that
running
was-
back-to-back 20s, on the last one.
That was pretty. I know that was pretty.
The
rough.
universe has a way.
You were
Yeah.
turned up last one. All right, so
Fighter's
I'm
dad's
gonna
going
have.
down.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man. I can't lie to you. He put him in the mountains. He put him in the mountains, and it was perfect. But go ahead, Holt. What do you like in this moment? Right? What are you thinking of doing, and how are you feeling?
Currently, I'm thinking of how I can keep my comrades safe this time around. Like he feels a little guilty about the last encounter that he couldn't protect them as much as he had hoped, and so he's kind of currently thinking of what he can do about that.
How's he feeling?
He's feeling confident, but a little like he's worried about Marina and Nell also, just because she also had a bit of the like life force. Not that he necessarily knows that, but he knows something happened to them.
Right, but you watch she got hit the same way as
Yeah.
Marina.
So
I get it.
he's confident, but a little worried about them.
Mhm. Moss. In this moment, what are you doing, right? And how are you feeling?
I'm just taking it all in and just observing. And doing what Monster does, just observes, plots, thinks, and just see how next time things unfold.
Okay. Marina.
Okay.
In this moment, what are you thinking of doing, and how are you feeling?
I look over to Holt and I go, it's the same. I'm counting on you, okay? No pressure. Feeling wise, I'm looking at this thing and I've been so caught up in the bigger picture of things I forgot my own position. And so while I'm looking at this thing, I'm a bit fearful, but I'm very determined to walk down the path I chose.
1, 2, 3. Ciao. In this moment, what are you thinking of doing, and how are you feeling?
Well, as a free action, I yell out, Master Shen! In exasperation.
He looks right at you at that, and his eyes, like those pupils, like I said, his pupils are white, like the exterior of his eyes. But there is like this moment of recognition of the name.
I'm going to. I get thinking in my head on preparing on how to stop him. And of course, I don't know whether I can kill him or not, but I don't want to.
Right. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to tie him down somehow. Maybe not physically with ropes or anything like that, but ready up my necrotic damage. And I know it's gonna be a hard fight. Unless he's completely lost his mind. I've probably sparred against him many a times.
Right, right. And this is kind of super hard mode. Thanks for the raid, Blanket. All right. Then when we come back, right, I'll work with you guys on another day and time. When we come back, we will work out initiative, and then we'll get that fight underway. Any questions or anything, guys? Any concerns? Any stuff I'm thinking about?
GG. So much stuff happened. Holy shit.
Oh, I did have one question.
Go ahead.
My wife was still a little choppy when Fool was talking about the temporary HP. Was that to everyone?
Yep.
Yeah,
Every one of
13.
you guys get 13 hit points.
13?
Temporary hit points.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm sure it's got a
With that
pretty
level.
strong, a pretty high strength, but I don't know. Does
I think you
necrotic
actually
damage
still
do
have
strength damage? Is that how that
no,
works?
no.
How does
Necrotic
necrotic
damage is a
damage work?
specific type of damage. The attack that creature has is a strength drain melee.
Okay.
So it does do that specific. I believe you still have your inspiration as well, Holt. I don't
Inspiration?
remember if you used it or not.
I thought that was Chow.
I used mine.
Yeah, I know Chow used his.
Oh,
I
oh
gave
yeah.
Chow.
Yeah, I do have
I
that.
gave Chow his for
For seeing
I can't remember.
Chom.
Yes. For Shrug, that's Chon. And I gave Holt for Rats of Unusual Size. So I don't think you used it last time. So you do still have that just for your records.
Find my pencil that has an eraser.
And I'm just making sure I'm making all my little notes for next time. And then I'll take Nell's, what she did, and all that. Well, I appreciate it, guys.
Good job,
Go ahead.
Manic. That was a lot of stuff happening right there.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad we got to finish the Minotaur battle. That I was hoping to do that. I was hoping to finish that session that we started it, and then this was kind of going to be hopefully the finishing of this fight, and then we were going to get into a time skip. But we'll just kind of I'll try and keep up on that. And we'll try to do just kind of get all that into the next time we jump into it, because what I will say is with the resolution of this, will kind of be your guys' very beginning of it resolve, right? Like this very introductory arc of your class 13 antics, and then the very next bit will flash forward. It'll only be a few days, right? It won't be like years or anything like that. But I will flash forward to now a little more things that I've done, and we'll go over like when the flash forward comes, we'll go over what you guys did respectively. So just kind of keep that in mind as to what you may maybe thinking of trying to do or projects that you might want to start. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Any other questions or anything like that for you guys?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Fabulous. Thank you. I appreciate all your patience. That has been fabulous. Thank you for the raid, Blackened. Thanks for participating, Fool. I cannot tell you again how much I have actually really loved being part of being in this world again. And thank you to all you guys, because this, like I said, is it's amazing to me. I do appreciate it. I will go on about some other stuff. But that will kind of be that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Love you, bye.
Good night.
Very
Can't
cool.
wait.
But yeah,
I get to
so
play
for you
now.
guys, I just wanted to kind of close out with the stream and all that. But for you guys, really kind of with the flash forward, like I said, it'll only be a few days, like 3 days. But if you can give me like, I guess like journal entries or thoughts on everything that had happened, just for those like for the 3-day period, let's say, that would be super helpful. Just as far as like reference for like where your mindsets are. That being said, totally not mandatory. And as long as you don't mind me kind of like working stuff out with you when we get to that point, we can just kind of do it that way if that's how you prefer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fabulous. All right. Well, I appreciate it, and then I'll get with you guys. I know I gotta we now might have to juggle around Fool's schedule a little bit, just at the very least for this next combat. So we'll work it out in the group chat.
Okay.
I'm very flexible.
Yes.
It'll be all right.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. Have a great rest of your night.
Good night.
See ya.
Love you guys. Bye.